What up, everybody? What up, everybody? Hey, Jessica, welcome. First day on Periscope. Patty, good to see you. Alan, Pardue, Wendy, welcome, y'all. Welcome. Penny, Beluga, good to see you. Hey, pretty pixie. Kitty Cat, good to see you, baby girl. What up? Hey, Schwartz, man, welcome. First day on Periscope. Yo, what up, Alan? Good to see you. Good to see you. Dana, Deep Underground Dana, good to see you, baby girl. All right, good crowd so far. Gertrude, how are you doing? Sapphire, always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. Nice to see you. Appreciate everybody joining me tonight. Kind of late to get started, but for some reason I got a feeling that we're y'all might be night owls. Hey, Beverly, good to see you again. How are you? Hope everybody's been doing well. Um, just so you know, I've not been taken over by clones. Okay, clone check. I have not become clones. I'm still the same Brian J. that you. I'm the same dude. Jesse CT. Whew, whew. Good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Good to see you, Jesse. Glad you're here, man. Twitter's trying to take out my boy. Ain't gonna work. Ain't gonna work. Yo, but I'm not a clone. I'm the same guy. Yeah, you can go watch. Seriously, look, see, even though they've never had a big one, same dog, coming in. Look, he can attest. He would bark at me. Yo, Dick, what up? Hey, Jesse. Glad to see you're here, man. Hopefully we'll get that Twitter shit straightened out soon. All right, 75 people. This is great. This is great. Jesse, if y'all wouldn't mind, I'm trying to get eyes on this, trying to make me internet famous. If y'all wouldn't mind retweeting this, I'd sure appreciate it. But no pressure, no pressure. I want to get that fan totally out of y'all's view, because it's still kind of hot here in Memphis. How's everybody doing? Thank you, Wendy. I appreciate you. So, it's been a minute. And a couple people were like, Brian, didn't you say you're gonna be on YouTube from? No, that doesn't look good. Brian, didn't you say you're gonna be on YouTube from now on? And what's the deal? Why Periscope? And I was like, you know what? It feels right. It feels like we got to take it back to where we started. That's what I think. So here we are. Dick, appreciate you sharing, guys. They appreciate you sharing. So you might be asking yourself, what the hell happened to this dude? He was, a couple of weeks ago, he was like talking about how he cracked QAnon. That's way too bright, isn't it? Do you think we will have an election? Yes, I think we'll have an election, and I know Donald Trump will win that election. That's not bad. Hello. Like, I know it. Why lives do matter, pretty pixie. You better believe it. I agree with you. All lives matter. We are all God's children. But it's very happy to have everybody. Oh well. Twitter's trying to mess with me about making the lights, but I ain't gonna let it distract me because it's weird. Because when I'm doing it now, it looks different from what y'all see, and when I watch it later. So I'm just gonna assume I don't look too flushed out. If I do, fuck it. Anywho, you look good. Thank you, baby. I feel good. I mean, all this light. Whew. The truth is the light. But guys, so I did. Well, thank you, pretty pixie. I feel good. I feel energized. I feel purposeful, y'all. I feel purposeful, which is very very nice. And part of that is kind of like I said, I could have gone live on YouTube, but it's just there's something basically because my ideas and this whole little journey that we've gone on together started here. I felt it was appropriate to to keep it here on Periscope. Even though, yeah, I know it's the platform, it's a pain in the butt, and blah blah blah. Something about this little space of me just staring at my phone. Um, hey everyone, Jasara, fuck it. You want it? You want Jasara? Imagine it right now, and we'll try to get into all that. But I guess a lot of y'all, I'm very happy to see you guys. I know I've been a little bit off. I don't want to say off the deep end. I call it whatever. I'll call it all little bit. I'll cracking less jokes, preaching more just kind of whatever you want to call it. Just trying to give advice. Good, trying to keep the vibes high, Dick. I think high vibes. Hey, Jensen, how you doing, baby? I think the high vibes are necessary because I think the enemy. See me. I know the enemy's whole purpose is to get low vibes, and we can get into all that. But it's very good to see you guys, man. I'm happy. He called you Dick. He is a dick. he's a Richard too, I suppose. This guy's a real dick over here. Dick's my boy. Appreciate you, buddy. Is that a Vols cap? Nope. It's a Bass Pro hunting shop, and I think I wore it on like because my hair looks terrible. I think I wore it on like one of the first streams, and somebody one time told me you should lose the hat. It looks stupid. And I was like, you know what? She's right. And I haven't worn a backwards hat since then. But now I've realized that only it all matters. You got your hair covered. I did. Because I don't want to be. I'll be honest, Sapphire. I don't want to be like playing with my hair today and everything. I just want to be laser focused because I want. You disagree? Well, thank you, Wendy. I appreciate it. It's it is what it is, man. It is. I like this. Kind of. Hey, Janet. Good to see you, baby girl. The hair will be there next time, y'all. The hair will be there next time. I promise. The hair's underneath the hat. The hair's underneath the hat. But honestly, when I'm it's getting long again. Like I need a haircut. It's getting a little bit longer. So I get to the point where I tend to play with it too much. Fuck that. This whole I'm talking about good vibes, and y'all are ripping on me for my hat, man. What is the deal? What is the deal? Haters. That's all right. That's all right. Haters can't keep me down, y'all. Oh, and it's all good. I know she's teasing. It's very nice to see y'all. Um, I hear you. You got to make the best of it. We are, baby. We are. So basically, I wanted to come on and kind of talk about some of this, what I've been really talking about on Hater. They can't help it. They can't help it. Starseed Dove. Gosh, am I a starseed now? I don't think I'm a starseed. I'm not a mystic. I'm not an esoteric guy. I just want to get that all out there. I am a follower of Christ, no doubt, no question. But it's things are things have revealed themselves to me, and I don't want to, and I don't want to be like arrogant about it or talk weird about it. But things are. I guess what happened is, as most of y'all know now, and if you haven't, I cracked Q. I'm that guy. I found that guy in early June. I put out the thread, Plan to Save the World thread, and it was quite, quite good. And I think I made the point. I've retweeted and thrown it in your face forever. But since that time, kind of a couple things have happened. One thing is I've really been trying to watch anomalies. And, yes, ma'am, sprinkle across. That's right. That's what we're doing. I've really tried to watch anomalies, and frankly, on Periscope and on Twitter. But we'd be talking about like different fires or different events that, like, just the Beirut explosion in the docks, right? That seemed significant. Boom, gone in a second. And the more stuff like that we collectively thought about together and kind of talked through it in real time, um, the more things just seem to stick, and the more I realize. I mean, I like when I wrote that thread, I said, I know it's dangerous to make predictions based on that such and such 17. Now I'm like, yo, we're fucking look, guys, this is a big deal, guys. Yeah, hey, guys, we got it's when they say information warfare, it's literally information warfare. When the Democrats are like, it's a fight for our souls, the soul of the nation, and if we want to exist, if you all fight for our vote like it's our lives depend on it, theirs do, ours don't. Actually, probably, maybe, I don't know, but Trump's gonna win. Don't worry, that's covered. Don't even sweat it. Don't sweat that at all, guys. It is going to happen. I am certain of it. Certain of it. There's no way. There's no amount of phony negative energy they can draw out of us that'll make that happen. I'm telling Pixie, it's going to be they can't cheat enough. Like we're not going to let them cheat enough to where they can win. There it is. I'm just big confident guys. Just know it, and that's kind of where that's like the end point of where I've gotten is like maybe stop. We need to stop wishing. Yeah, absolutely. Everyone vote. Everyone vote. Everyone, if you can, volunteer at a poll place. Everyone, do everything you can to support it. And don't. I'm not. Listen, man. I'm not saying like how they said Hillary. Oh, all of Hillary's real supporters. They were lackadaisical because they thought Trump would win. Or it's because they thought Hillary would win by so much. I know you did. I know you didn't. Don't worry. I know you didn't. Brian, do you keep care of that thing? Keen keeps calling. See, that's weird. I'm gonna keep an eye on you. I have no idea. HTY. Do you take? That's weird. Got my eye on you now. Whatever that means. So I mean, just Trump's going to win. No questions. Don't matter. Just everybody's do it. Do what you got to do. But the negative energy. You know what I mean? It's all about right now. That's really is a battle over our mind's eye. I suppose. Votes in the trash bother me. Votes in the trash bother me. And they're supposed to, Kitty. They're supposed to, but there's no way. Hey, Jerry. Hey, Jerry. Good to see you, baby. There's no way. Just. I know that bothers you, but just trust me. Just trust me. I mean, we got. First off, we got guys. If all right, if the White Hats, if 17, if 45, if all these guys are really, carried out the greatest plan in the history of the world, right? The real plan to save the world, and I think they have. And oh, I know you do, Kitty. Like, do we really think they're gonna get blindsided by the Democrats like horse shit now at the very end when it's so most important? Like they couldn't cheat enough when they had all the levers of power and Trump still won in 16. They owned everything. They owned the FBI, the DOD. They owned everything, and they still couldn't cheat enough. Like there's no way. And I know Ray. Everybody wants to see stuff, but whatever. I don't. The phrase "seeing is believing" is untrue. I think knowing is believing. Believing is knowing. I don't know. I don't even know what fuck phrases. Fuck that phrase. But just there's no chance. There's no. And yes, they're going to cheat much harder. Like their lives, literally, their lives depend on it. But I just feel really confident. I really do what we have to do. Volunteer, keep an eyes open, report everything. But like, I mean, that's that we're all right there. We're all right there. Um, but kind of my theme is like where I've been kind of going. Why I'm so confident with certain things is something over the past. Really, it started in June, and frankly, and like those of y'all who have been here on these scopes since the beginning, you know who you are. Y'all have kind of seen just the thoughts develop, and what's interesting is because I'm actually going to post it on YouTube soon, like after this scope, or maybe later tonight or tomorrow. But my very first conversation with Zadas, who called in randomly one day. And what happened interesting there is because I put out a tweet, I think it was like June 19th, I put out a tweet asking if anybody had heard fireworks, random fireworks. I have faith. I got all, absolutely. It's faith. It's a knowing faith. Like it's a righteous determination. Like there's a reason why Jesus is the way, the truth, and the light. There's a reason why it's the truth will set you free. Like, there's a reason why it's because there's actual spiritual power in more of us saying the truth and speaking it together and not being afraid to speak what's true, um, not waiting for the experts to tell us, coming to conclusions together, trusting our gut. These are all actual things, right? And they're all, and when I say things, like I mean they are literal things in this world because we're in a very, very, very special time. And again, I'm not a mysticism guy. I never was. I'm not about the crystals. I'm not about the vibe. I wasn't about any of this until that conversation with Zados. It is extremely special time. We can. I don't want to say what we can do yet, but let me kind of explain things further before I get into just being like blah, 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 crazy. I'll be like, okay, Brian's lost his fucking mind. This guy went from being, but I'm just saying 5D, but it's bigger than 5D because we can do it too. We can do it too. It's absolutely 5D chess, but we can do it too. Like literally, we can do it, and so that's why. Okay, let me. There's something to. I've been trying to. One point I've been trying to convey in Twitter and stuff is like there's something to all of us waking up at the same time. People being more accepting of conspiracy theories. Why the media is gone. Why the mainstream media is straight up now attacking 17 and is just. There's a reason why, and it's because we can literally change things. The more of us that know the truth and openly speak about it proudly and despite consequences stand up for it, the more, frankly, the more the enemy's veil of deception spell fades and more people are then willing to see the truth. Like I challenge anybody right here to go talk to somebody, go talk to a friend who's and just be there receptive. Don't shove it down their throat, but just kind of throw something out there. And I bet you that your friends that used to kind of you will find your friend, whatever that was kind of tepid about stuff, will be more interested in it right now. I'm telling you, there's something going on, and the reason I know this is because, like, okay, so I put out that Twitter thread, "Plan to Save the World," and the thesis of that thread, in case, is the NWO is making its move in 2020, and they're making the move for one world government. And the 17 plan was not just us going to be locking her up and all that good stuff. It was actually stopping them along the way from completing their plan, right? So that's that's my central thesis. And over time, I've just it all just kind of clicked and came together with me. Like, why now? Why now? Why do they want now? And there's so many things when you think about it. I started to think deeper and deeper and deeper. And like, I don't think it's just about destabilizing the United States. I don't think it's just about political union, one world government union. I just picked my nose. Whoops. Same old Brian, guys. I'm telling you. I might be a little bit kookier. Might be a little bit, a little bit more, certainly a little bit more preachy. And I apologize for that. I don't mean to be. I don't mean to be. I don't. You know what? Hey, pioneers lead with arrows in their back. So sorry. So deal with it. I'm teasing. But I just why now? Why now for them? Why are they doing it? There's got to be something to it. And my first conversation ever was going back to that tweet I posted way back in June 19th. It was about, hey, does anybody hear fireworks? Kitty. Hey Jen, thank you. I appreciate it, babe. I'm not taking calls. I might later, might not. I mean, I got a lot to get through. But thank you. It was like, why are they doing? Yeah. And then Kitty, I know you did. And then Bees and Honey. If you're in here, I love you, baby girl. I don't know if you are, but during my first conversation with Zados, because I tweeted out, hey, does anybody hear those weird fireworks? And 170 replies, right? And that was, I had probably like 12,000, 13,000. Like, that was a big tweet for me. And like 170 replies of just people being like, yes, 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 I have heard them. People in Brooklyn, all over the country, and in a few places across the country, I think a few in England maybe, and maybe a few in Germany, were saying, yes, we heard these things. And they don't, basically the way to describe them was they didn't sound like normal fireworks. Aren't you kind of old? Yeah, I am, but yeah, hey, when this is over, watch the beginning and I explain it. I'm not going to let you get me down, troll. You can't get me down, troll. No lights in the sky. Yeah, exactly, with the fireworks, right? Right, Kitty, I thought you were going aliens again on me. I was about to have to. No, Kitty. No, Kitty. Old South Park. No, Kitty. Hey, Englishman in New York. Good to see you. But it was just like, what is going on with these fireworks? And then, no, I'm teasing you, baby. Don't worry. Then, while I was talking to Zados, like the next night, so Zados is talking to me all about the stuff about the duality, and the big kind of thing I got from my conversation with Zados was that yes, the bad guys have this power, but we have it too. Whatever, we have it too. And that was the first time that ever clicked on me. Like us having, and like when I put out the YouTube video, it's gonna be, what are you selling, dude? I don't know. Get wrecked. I ain't got time for you. Are you gonna behave or do I have to block you? Because you know what? Fuck you. You gone. Boom. I'm on a mission from God. Suck my dick, troll. You can't stop me. I ain't trying to. That's same old Brian, guys. I might be a little bit more fire and brimstone, but it's the same me, I promise. Same earlobes. Same earlobes. Okay, so what there was noises that we all heard all around the country. Same big ass ears. Same purty eyes though. We have that power too, Jesse. We have that power too. And when y'all, we have it. And frankly, I mean, what I've thought about that has developed since then. But my first conversation with Zados was me understanding, holy shit, whatever they do, we have it too. And then so it kind of been, and then from then on, but frankly, the thing about the fireworks was that I was doing a live stream, and right around sunset, right around dusk time, I heard them. I'm serious. I'm sitting there and I take my headphones off and I hear them. And then Kitty, you also said in the chat that you started seeing them. Bees and Honey saw them. I wasn't able to record the chat on the YouTube video, but you can see I'll timestamp it for all those who don't want to watch my long shit. I get it. Sometimes I'm long-winded. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be. Sometimes you have to talk this shit out. Blow some smoke on the screen. Haven't been able to smoke for a week. All right, only for you, Englishman. Mmm. That was good, wasn't it? That was good. And actually, I think cigarettes might be good for you because if Rob Reiner and all those pieces of shit don't want me smoking, well, they don't want me. They want to trap my soul inside some AI horrible thing. So fuck them. Like, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna smoke it up, smoke it up. Um, told y'all I'm the same dude. Told y'all I'm the same, man. They've taken all our jobs away. I know, man. Hang in there. Hang in there. No, I enjoy cigarette stuff from time to time, Beverly. I don't mean to offend anybody. Listen, I don't mean to offend anybody. I don't mean that to make you sad. It's just, sometimes I enjoy a cigarette from time to time, and now being one of those times. But we can do it ourselves. And so basically, what I was talking to Zados, and we all heard the firework-esque noises together. That was from then. And Jesse, I told you about this when I talked to you on the phone. At that point, it was like confirmation that something was going on. Right? It was no longer. I mean, this is June 20th. I want to say right 20th or right around there. It was confirmation that it wasn't just guys. I think the fact that we all heard these weird noises, these weird booms. That no, there was no. There were supposed. It sounded like fireworks, kind of. Like supposed mostly, but they didn't like. They could sound like they could be right next to you, and they wouldn't. They wouldn't have any. And frankly, I heard a huge boom right outside my house one time. I bet they were right underneath me. But from that point on, we were able to kind of proceed and explore it as if we know something is going on. It no longer was speculative, right? Like that. I mean, we didn't need anybody to tell us that was going on, but I didn't put a limit on booms. You know what I'm talking about, the booms. And I'll talk like I'm shooting the video of the first part of me and Zados where I'll go through the tweet and explain it better than I have now. And then on the second part will be the conversation with me and Zados where it's you can watch us like I'm just like, huh, what? Because they happen at the same time. And everybody across the country heard them. It was crazy. So from that point on, going forward, we were able to know that there was something going on, some sort of operation going on. And also, I mean, throughout after the summer, the Three Gorges Dam was going on, and just so much stuff. The churches were being closed. It was just constant videos that were meant to divide us. I could just see more and more and more that like they really want us divided. The control system really wants us separated, divided, 6 feet. We can't touch each other. Um, and meanwhile, everything like celebrated bad. Anything. Meanwhile, if you were worked up emotionally over a lie, they had no problem. They go write all you want. But and after I talked to this dude Mick, and I've got another video I'm going to put out. I'm actually going to put out in constant chaos, and that's constant chaos with the shit. With us stopping Iran, us stopping North Korea, us stopping the real pandemic, what was going on, and us stopping, like I say, imagine if fucking MS-13 was still in the United States during the Soros funded riots, right? Imagine if that was still going on. Imagine the terror they would cause on just ordinary people. It's not out of the realm of possibility that there was some sort of MK Ultra army or some sort of activation thing that would have had people go further. I mean, some of us have seen videos of Chinese assembling on the Canadian border. I think it was all supposed to be that was all supposed to be the plan to destroy, destabilize the United States. But it was not just that. There was something more. Canada's legal. No, I'm Tennessee. There was something more to it. It was something more that was going on than just the destabilization. It was supposed to be Mammoth Cave. I've been there. Yeah, it could have been. I think it was supposed to be so horrific. Because I'm sure some of y'all have heard just like rumors about, God, they're gonna blow Yellowstone, or they're gonna blow oh my gosh, the San Andreas Fault, the New Madrid Fault, and not to mention all the earthquakes going on all the time, and the crazy weather systems we've had the past 6 months. And unlike a lot of other things that have happened in social media, specifically like here on these Periscopes and on Twitter, it's like I say I'm live tweeting the app. I've tried to I've tried to I've tried to not let little things slip from us without kind of showing that, hey, guys, they might fit into this bigger picture, right? I really, in coming on here and just bouncing stuff back and forth with y'all, I think that's what it's big. Trucks can fit. That's what she said. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. My feed is interrupted a lot. Right now, it is, Dick. If your feed gets interrupted, am I coming in clearly? For most folks, Dick, you might need to like restart the app itself. You know, like double on the iPhone, you double tap. Yes, you're coming in clearly, or no, you're not coming in clearly. Good, clear here. Okay, cool. Fix your shit, Dick. fix your shit, Dick. Maybe it might help, Dick, if you take your phone off of Wi-Fi. Honestly, when I stream, I'm not connected to my Wi-Fi. So, and when I am connected to my Wi-Fi, it's screwy. So that might be something. We had a small earthquake 13 miles east of Flagstaff yesterday. Oh yeah, that was some dumb shit down there. That was some deep underground military base shit. I'm sure. Good deal. Um, I've known that something's been going on, and so I can't explain it. I can't. It's there's been just and I'll explain one thing that I've realized later, but a series of just talking to random people and then getting really, really, really weird vibes from other people, and then kind of figuring out that they were trying to fuck me over and trying to snake their way in and sabotage me. All this very there. Hey, Miss Mexico, good to see you, baby girl. And so it's been over the past 6 months, but really like the past like 2 weeks. Um, I just something happened where I I think I know that it wasn't just the Illuminati making their move for one world government. I know that they meant to cause us all this pain and destruction. Like I know it. Like I know it. They wanted to make us miserable. Space Force wasn't just the Space Force op, the plan to save the world. It will be biblical. Pretty much everything. The 80% that would make our heads explode. All of this stuff is what's really been fighting. And then I realized, wait, so, and I don't know how my conversation with Mick, I'm going to have to put up an interview with Mick and I'll let him kind of explain his theory. But what I really got from Mick and where it kind of dawned on me was that um, he's gone into, the jungles of places. Hi from Dubai. Hello, Dubai. Good to see you. Good to see you, my brother or sister. He's gone to like places and really looked at, put hands on things that are kind of unexplainable, right? And he's seen what should be like, he's seen things, and it's going to be a wonderful interview, but he's seen um it's like records of civilizations that aren't on the map, where he sees something and it looks like some sort of landslide or some sort of enormous catastrophe just swept his civilization away. Oh, I know it'll get better. I'm not worried, Joanna. We're great. We're great. I think my purpose in all of this, the reason I've grown, the reason I'm whatever, the reason I think all of that, the reason is just for me to kind of, if anybody wants to listen, just call it as I see it. Um, I'll put out the interview with him. I see. I don't know if he wants me to. I don't know if he wants me how deep he wants me to go into his stuff, right? So I don't want to. I don't want to betray his confidence and like be like, follow Matt, Esoteric Magic Man 5. That's not his name, Esoteric Magic Man 5. But just speaking to him, and it was a series of coincidences that made me just speak to him. Just it opened my eyes to what he's seen with his own, what he's seen with his own senses. And like I always talk about, guys, like they want us not to trust our lying eyes. Like it's more than ever now. That's clear. They don't trust your lying eyes is what they want. And so the fact that I'm like, just when I talked to Mick, he had done all this stuff himself, and he's got pictures he's going to show you all in the video of basically things where it's like they don't, whatever they say, this isn't on the map. This isn't on our history. This shouldn't have happened. But it looks, why is there in the middle of the jungle? There's a perfectly square room where the dimensions are perfect, like a perfect square mount down to the micromillimeter. How did they do that in the jungle? He's seen and again I'm gonna let him explain what he's seeing because I didn't see it. So that's why it was so significant for me to talk to him who has firsthand knowledge because I didn't see this stuff, so I can't tell you. Tina, I appreciate you, baby. Let me get through this and I'll take calls later, okay? But I do appreciate you calling in because I got a lot to get through. So I'm gonna and frankly, he told me about and I don't again I don't want to misdescribe it, but how he saw what looked to him like it was a perfectly smooth stone wall that almost looked like it was poured down from the top and everything was perfect. Just unexplainable things where this dude is literally, you know, he's like me, he's like us, he's un he wants to answer questions, except he's literally traipsing through the jungle and going to all around the world to find it. And somehow I just bump into this guy. Somehow my friend Zados just happens to call me during the same night where I basically got confirmation of the fireworks. That just somehow happened. Somehow through frankly, what happened with Michael is that I needed a thumbnail for my Plan to Save the World video. I don't know. I'll let him talk to you. Hey, just relax. It's okay. It's okay. Listen, I know you want to know, and I know you got to know and research and all that stuff. I'll get the video out soon. Just trust me. Okay. Well, I promise you, he'll tell you everything. We got pictures for you. It's gonna blow your mind in a good way. I haven't seen pictures, but talking to him was enough. But frankly, talking to Mick, I realized Michael, shut the fuck up. What a jerk. What a jerk. Um, Talking to Michael made me realize that put two and two together was that from Zados, I got that we're in a special time, right? That before the coming of the age of Aquarius, and I know you hear that you automatically that corny ass song from the '70s pops in your head. I get it. I understand. I think that frankly might have been a way for them to put it out there that it's important, but kind of make it so that when we do think about it, that corny bullshit pops into our head, and so it's a way to not know to take us seriously. But this is a big deal, I think, in my opinion. Things are. I developed that theory just kind of with y'all is that I think we're headed towards the way I describe it is, I mean, we're on a train tracks right now. I know that's a song, exactly. And that's what Jensen, that's what they want you to think, like whenever you hear that. But it's actually whatever happens, Spearman. Honestly, frankly, I don't give a shit like what it is. That I've never been an astrology guy or whatever, but we're in it right now. Like we're in it right now. Whatever the strongest, whatever the reason why, there's something special about this moment, like before the new age, because I think we were going. I think it's like think of it like a train track, like choo choo choo, choo. And you know how like you gotta like when the tracks split, right, and you got the lever, like you pull it, boom, and it goes either this way or this way, depending on where the lever is. And but the train is going to go one way or the other. It like the current path, it will end, and it's either going to go one way or the other. But it's inevitable that you're going to have to go left or right. And I just realized that they were guiding us left. And I've talked about this before I even talked to Michael. But I realized that they've been trying to guide us left, guide us left, guide us left. And then I realized why. Like, shit, it's not just for political turmoil. It's fucking. They can literally reshape the world coming up. And they don't. I'm not trying to go there right now. I don't want to lose y'all and be like, huh? This guy has lost his mind. But there's something to it. They can literally. I don't know. Like there's the ancient word. Mick and I, the thing that sucks is, guys, I've probably talked to Mick for at least 10 hours. Like, just 10 hours, just us talking. And I didn't record it like a dummy. And I keep being like, man, Mick, we're going to record that video. And then we're going to record it, and it's going to be so awkward. And, just, I'm not going to know what the fuck to do. But I wish I could have recorded this and just these, because all of this stuff is just me talking with people I met on the internet. It's just, we can literally reshape the world half in, like half fine, hey fine, whatever. Spiritual term, we can literally reshape the world. And what the bad guys wanted to do was to cause as much misery as possible, as much isolation as possible all around the world. That's why they tried to blow Three Gorges Dam. That's why they've tried to, everything, all of, I wouldn't be, that hurricane probably was supposed to hit a nuclear power plant. Um, Everything that they wanted to do, like my plan to save the world, all the stuff I mentioned in that, the burning of the Cathedral of Notre Dame, Kobe's death. Y'all remember how sad Kobe's death was? Remember how just Jennifer? Okay, nice. I thank you for saying that, Jennifer. That's easier to say. Um, like all of that stuff is because they frankly they can feed off it. Like they catch it. So the way I've kind of come to conceptualize it is I think there's right now at this moment of time before the new age, and I think this is like the mystery religion. This is the mystery Babylon bullshit. This is the Vatican secret vault bullshit, like the true histories and all that stuff. And I think what they've done is um, they've weaponized. I think we as human beings, we are made in the image of God. Like we are special. We are a spirit. We're all a spirit that's connected. And I bet probably peoples of old. And guys, this was never me. I was never this beforehand. I was conspiracy detective guy. I was thermite guy. That was I don't say thermite. I was Mr. False Flag. Like that was my shit. I was always real world. I was always trying to figure out their moves in the tangible real world way and how their manipulations are. And now I've come to understand what like the big picture of their manipulation. Um, I've been getting a lot about myself about alchemy. Sure, why? Maybe not. I mean, I don't want to say anything that there is wrong, but I just think that, and I'm not saying like I'm just saying like I'm never. I haven't read the Book of Enoch, and I never will. I don't need to read it. Like I don't want to read it. I'm not trying to go. I'm not trying to. I don't want to. I don't want to put myself in a group like that. Whatever. I just know. I just figured out what the enemy was trying to do, and the more and more I've let myself understand what the enemy's doing, it's easy. It just comes to me. You have forgotten about Kobe, of course. Like, and that's part of it. Is that that's another part. That's part of the veil of deception, Kitty. Is that they want us to just forget all of this crazy shit. So it could be even as simple as something as an internet video where everybody, and I don't even want to get into that because I took like frankly this stupid new enlightenment has got me tweeting shit that I wouldn't normally tweet. Now I don't think people like me as much on social media. I'm not going to be as internet famous as I could have been. If I just tweeted about Durham and black bullshit, I would be big boy. But I can't. I feel like my responsibility is to just let folks know my gut, right? And because I think that the biggest thing that we can do, the biggest weapon we have, no, I can't. I got to be me, baby. Got to be me always. The biggest weapon we have, I agree. I agree it is about my soul, but haven't read Enoch either. Yeah, I'm not going to. I'm not going to read Enoch. I don't need to read mysticism shit. I don't want to read it. I don't want to read. I don't need to like. Whenever Zetas or Mick tries to talk to me about like the old stuff, the stuff that led them to come to their conclusions, I'm almost like I don't mean to be rude to them, but it's like that doesn't necessarily help us now because we're living it now. We can see it now. I might read it eventually, sure, maybe, but like that's what I'm saying is none of these conclusions are inspired. I've never watched a lecture on YouTube about this shit. Like this is all just me coming to these conclusions through talking to y'all, the power of collective consciousness, I guess, and like not reading about it, just understanding like, holy shit, this is real. Just because it's like kind of happening, like and Janet, I know what we've talked about it before, like that, there's something happened, the Great Awakening. Like there's a reason it is the Great Awakening, because I frankly I think the more people who speak truth, maybe suffer for speaking truth. That might be a big part. Is you might have to suffer for speaking truth. Well, that's what um, I mean, Jesus is the way, the truth, the light. I am the light. Jesus, like the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth. It's the truth. And the truth is that pretty much our enemies get stronger by making us believe lies. I don't put a limit on their I don't put a limit on how manipulative and malicious they might be. So if they lie about everything, so be it. Like it's not. I'm at the point now where I don't know. I get it, but sorry, this is kind of it's tough to explain. I appreciate y'all. Collective consciousness is power. Collective consciousness, it's real. It's real, and that's why the enemies have to spend so much time, energy, effort. That's what their cult shit is. That is getting us to deceive us, getting us to believe lies, getting us to put out emotional output into their lies. Right? They get power from that, and that divide us absolutely. So that's what I understood at first. I feel it, Kitty. I don't until she's ready. I don't want to get into too much of the conversation I've had with somebody, but I've seen it. I've seen it. Like we've made it. We've done it together. I've seen it. Like we really can. You know that Shia LaBeouf video where Shia is going, just do it, make it happen, visualize it. Sorry to yell. That's probably loud. He was he was telling us about this exact moment in time. Like we really can do it. We really can. That's why I've just been saying, guys, don't wish, don't think, don't hope. No, no. And if you speak the truth out of love and out of righteousness, we're unstoppable. We are literally made in God's image. Our spirit, our Holy Spirit, our connected Holy Spirit can literally shape it so that as we're coming to the train tracks, we're going to push it so far to the good side that we can, and again, I'm sorry to be, we can create the kingdom of heaven on earth here together, right? We can do it. We can do it. And that's why I've been so, I don't want to go overboard, but like, that's what, and then when I saw everybody was, but conversely, the enemy wants to keep us divided, separated. They feed off our negative energy. Whatever happens here, whatever at the most important time is, I'm sure this is where 322 comes in, frankly, with them, with love. Do it with love. Do it out of love and love for your fellow man. Like, I love everybody, even my enemies. It is only God I can judge. Um, they are my brothers and my sisters. I don't love the sins, but I love everyone. And so I legitimately want everyone to be better. And because I speak the truth, or at least what I see is the truth, and I've for some reason my gut, my intuition is just very strong right now. Um, I I feel a responsibility to tell y'all. You know what I mean? Um, but conversely, where they get it is the more negative energy, the more negative stuff that happens. They basically, I think CERN is a big, and one of the things when I talked to Michael about, he told me that one of the things that really stuck out to him, it was when he saw. And again, I don't want to put words in his mouth because because he and I don't know. This guy has devoted time, energy. I don't want to say his life, but this guy has devoted an incredible amount of his life to learning these things. And like, I don't want to disrespect his opinions and his conclusions by saying, by misstating something so that it fits what I'm trying to say when it might not be what he would say. So I want to be very careful about that because he's earned the right to be able to speak his mind on it. As much as he wants or as little as he wants. He's earned that. But my understanding is that there was something about him noticing like first floor buildings that had been almost completely covered up, right? Completely covered. Um, and my and when I but basically they had become basements, and they started out by saying, don't you I want to ask why, like, all these weird, you go in big cities around the world, they've got these things where it's like kind of like a stairway down first, like it's like a first floor basement, but it's like only half down basement. They've got windows in the basement. He's able to describe it much better. But the big thing he took from it is that there were windows in the basement. It seemed odd to him, or windows on the first floor when the first floor had been covered by what we think might be a catastrophe that they create. No, excuse me. That I think that he thinks that it's from some sort of catastrophe, and that these solar minimums, which we're in the middle of right now, just so happen to line up with the catastrophes around the world. Okay, found a book, Pleiadian. See, I don't, Jennifer. That's fine. I mean, cool. That's cool. I mean, I ain't maybe, but what I think is the most interesting part of it is this discovery I've come with, just like without having to be taught it. Like we have a, if you think about it, if you consider it, if you piece all the, I think we have a higher understanding right now at this moment where we can put it together. That we don't have to be told. We don't have to be told these things by someone who was talking about it during a time when we weren't living through it. Because we're living through it right now. That was weird. What the fuck? Did y'all see me that dim? Get behind me, Satan. I am a true. I am. Mm, oof. And that was a response to a comment. Should have hit reply. Oh, I'm sorry, Jenna. I'm not trying to. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to berate you, baby. Please forgive me. But like I was saying, like I don't. We have a higher ability to think of this stuff on ourselves because of the collective consciousness at this moment in time, like even more so than a year ago. Even like it wouldn't have existed. Maybe we didn't have it, or we weren't. The stars weren't aligned, I guess to say. So right now we can actually try to think stuff through. And so I think trusting your gut and your own mind's eye and your own intuition right now is even more. Will give you more fulfillment than like just reading a book by someone absolutely consciousness is rising. Than reading a book or watching a YouTube video of somebody talking about it when it wasn't occurring. We were living through it. Trusting God, absolutely. And Jesus is truth. The truth is we are all a spirit here together, and that we can make things happen together. But the thing we must do is speak truth, speak it righteously. It was here, just fewer people involved. Not sure, but just as long as you do it righteously, it can happen. And I hope I'm able to explain this well, because it's kind of a tough concept to get out there. But I've felt it. Um, I've like I've known something's going to happen, and just in the past couple of days, past week, and it has happened. It's getting something. It's getting something. Jesus is truth, man. Jesus is truth, and I think what bad guys were doing is they're getting us all, um, just it's so weird that the day after I've kind of, or a day or two after I've kind of come to this conclusion that shit, is everything a lie? Like do they get dark spiritual energy by um, telling us that America was discovered by Christopher Columbus and then getting us to believe it, and then we celebrate Christopher Columbus on Columbus Day, and then you got people, then the opposite, and people, yeah, positive energy for Columbus, and then you got the negative energy side of Columbus, and they come in and they just create conflict and division when it's all a lie in the first place that they made up and told us, right? And because of that creation of in the human spirit, because they're able to separate us from ourselves, from our true self, which is all one spirit, all loving each other unconditionally. Because they get us to fight over their lies, it helps them out. That's what they want. They hate Columbus. I mean, Columbus was a total hypothetical, but I mean, I don't. I think the fact that once that day I finally heard those fireworks, and I knew there was Halloween's gonna be weird. No, it will be weird, but they ain't shit. They ain't shit. Like the light, let your light shine. Ghostbusters movie, the plasma got its power from the energy. What do you think they are? I don't know. I mean, not good. I mean, but I don't know. I just know that they probably had something. I mean, they're the keepers of this ancient knowledge, the hidden knowledge, and maybe the reason they had all these bunkers was because literally I think in the past they created these solar minimums to wipe out their enemies, right? I think they harnessed the power. They probably made people miserable and were able to conjure up and harness the power of these things and destroy their enemies. That's why we've all heard of the Tartars, and everybody's like, what happened to the Mayans and the Incas? I don't know. Who knows? I don't know, but things just, maybe they can move cotton, maybe they can shift weather patterns, maybe they can create a great flood. I don't know. I don't know, but I know that this is an extremely important time, and I could just once I grasped that and saw all the sorrow they tried to create. Guys, let go of Columbus. Who gives a fuck about Columbus? It was just an example. It was just like it's it's I mean then the more stuff they get us to, and Kitty, I was just teasing you. I don't think they're the keepers. They just put all their energy into. No, Kitty, you're good, baby girl. I was just teasing you. I don't think they're the keepers. Well, they can shift weather patterns. That's proven. Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Um, Shut up, Spearman. You're about to get blocked. Do you use lens? I don't know what that is. The pharaohs made a cult policy. They are following public. Frank, okay, here's the thing about the pharaohs. Like, I'm wondering, the pyramids, right? The pyramids were built because what the enemy's doing is they got to make us sad, and miserable, and they were harnessing all that energy, and they were gonna, that's that Aleister Crowley, Oro Tempo Orialis shit is all about conjuring up shit, doing all your fucking whatever evil, nasty, terrible ceremonies you got to do to conjure up some shit. When I heard Windows in the basement, the first time I ever talked to Mick, it just stood out to me. I was like, Windows in the basement, CERN. So basically, what that for some reason that's important, which is probably because there probably is some shit underneath the ground. Frankly, there probably is. I mean, I'm Hollow Earth. I don't know. I don't fucking know. I'm not trying to become a Hollow Earth guy, but I certainly don't know what the hell is going on underneath there. And I do think, okay, so if and this is just me just running through things in my head. If as above, so below, like if if the real menace is in comes in from down below in the earth, and let's say they're using CERN to create it and all that shit, but then they're telling us if we believe that that death from above, from outer space and aliens and all that shit, and they blue beam us, like that helps their blue beam power. You know what I mean? Because the real thing is they told us down, they told us where it is underground, but they've got us looking up there, even though they've told us where it really is. So what I think is, using it against them, using whatever that's called against them. I think the reason we call it Space Force is because they were made to go fight underground. So it's the as below, so above, right? Like it's almost like the mocking of them. Um, they're lizards. I don't give a fuck what they are. Like, who cares what they are? Like, we don't. We are stronger than them. That's the thing. That's the whole point. We are made in the image of God. We are stronger than anything else out there, and that's why the people that hate God need to try to destroy us. And that's what they were going to do with during this time. They're going to use all this evil shit, manifest their fucking evil moon child in whatever ceremony, and probably try to use the shift that they were going to do from the dark energy to put us all into AI, right? You've heard all these tech guys talk about the AI world they've created. But what if the Matrix? What if they really did want us in the Matrix? Because, yeah, right, a play on space. Because if the real, whatever is down below, and again, I'm not trying to talk about like I don't necessarily believe any of this stuff, but it would make sense why they call them Space Force, because there has been a war in the dumbs. That I know it. I know it. I know it. I know it. I don't know what the hell happened down there. Some fucked up shit, I'm sure. But we would get that extra power. And you know how everybody's like, oh, Trump sits like that. I think that Trump sits like that to tell them he knows it. Trump gets his energy by telling them that he knows it, because it's almost like you have to advertise. Like, predictive programming is a big deal. What, this light is whoa. Weird shit, man. Ooh, I see the deception. I see all of it. It's so weird, guys. It's just, yeah, and again, I'm gonna try not to be super arrogant, like douchey, like the real. What are you guys talking about? You guys are talking about Spygate. It's stupid. Oh, the real focus your energy on changing the future. I'm not gonna be that guy. I think I try not to be that guy. I might be that guy a little bit. But fucking listen to me, man. Please. The end is literally near. Like, it's something's going on, baby. Snick, I think because I'm speaking truth. Like, I'm speaking truth, man. This is all truth. And yo, Chris Davis, what's up, baby? Chris Davis, you missed. I'm gonna have to enlighten your ass later, homie. Good to see you, buddy. But I really do think by speaking truth, more something. By speaking truth, the more powerful truth becomes, the less powerful they become, and therefore that's why I'm telling y'all, guys. That's why people are starting. Your normie friends are starting to ask a little more questions. That's why Michelle Obama can't get a fucking sentence out anymore without sounding like that, sounding like an idiot. Because literally, whatever spell they got from people believing their deception is breaking. Big Mike memes have broken that spell. It's over. Like, you know what I mean? So she's no longer able to That is a spell. And again, I've never been a, but I've always thought, listen, why would they do all this shit? Why would the DEW? I think any DEWs that were done by the good guys. Ain't no way that the enemy has control of the air. Ain't no way. DEWs are probably done to fuck some shit up way down below. All you need to do is pray. So, you need to speak the truth. Absolutely pray for others, but also righteously speak the truth. Don't shove it down their throat. But like just like you'll feel it. Like you'll start to understand. That's why that video when that girl threw the dog. I don't want, please, if anybody's listening, you're not going to offended by that. I don't want to talk about that. Never mind. But it's just, I think that was some sort of deception. I think that was stuff they put out to prey on our emotions. That's why on Friday when everybody was like, I mean, people on Twitter, I'm not saying y'all, but people were fucking pissed. People were pissed about the Durham announcement. People were pissed. I'm so sick of it. And I was just like, guys, what the fuck? Like, we've been trusting the plan now for 4 years, and all of a sudden, because today, some random Friday in October, we're really going to be this upset? And I thought they were just channeling our shit. Because it's real. Because it's real. And now I want to tell it. And so what we're going to do is we gotta speak the truth. I genuinely think the reason and I've said it since the beginning. My thread just came to me. The theory, the words. I don't even remember how I found some of the tweets, like the OC Antifa tweet, shit like that. I don't know how I found it, but it just came together. And it's almost like because it's the truth, it found a way to come out in a way. And then things have just kind of come together for the truth to let me tell it. Like I go from nothing to a whole fuck ton of followers. Frankly, I think I've lost a little popularity, which I get. I understand that. Because nobody, like I said, people. So that's why if y'all don't see me, if y'all don't see me like jumping at every hole, and now I'm just concerned. I'm like, okay, so if we have this power of truth, like the truth fire hose, right? Like the Anons in our collective consciousness, we can literally make anything we want happen as long as it's focused in the right place and done righteously. So then I'm like, well, shit. How much of this shit is put out there to deliberately make us put emotional resonance in falsehoods? Because again, they get power when we believe falsehoods. I mean, frankly, thank God they haven't. Like, think of all the shit they wanted to do, man. Think of all the shit they want to do. Love your Twitter post, Brian. You're a smart fella. Very thought-provoking. Well, thank you, McLaren. I appreciate you, and I agree. Thank you. Good vibes, man. Good vibes. But I also think the more exposure, I think for some reason I'm able. Again, this sounds. Please forgive me. This sounds terrible. But I think I see the enemy's plan, their deception, and I'll tell you a couple stories here about things that have happened to me just this year, frankly, and that I remembered along the way. But I see it, I get it, I know immediately when something is there too, and I don't, and not to take away from anybody's personal experiences, because that's one thing. Yeah, shit. I had a problem. I had a real problem with before was like forcing what I knew onto people, like when they weren't asking for it. That's probably one of my whatever. But a lot of people don't like that, and so what I don't want to do that with y'all, and is to force it. I'm just frankly, Kitty, Janet, one of y'all, Katera, somebody. If I'm being a douche, just DM me and tell me I'm being a douche, and I'll stop it. Somebody that knows like what I'm trying to do here. But like if you got 2 followers, I ain't got time for you to. I ain't got time for you to focus my resonance elsewhere, because I mean I don't know. You can change stuff. You literally can. Oh, good to see you, Estelle. Good to see you. I mean, we literally can change things. And so just trust me. I'm not a mysticism guy. I'm not an esoteric guy. I haven't read the ancient scrolls, man. I don't know what's in the Vatican calendar. I've got no sources. I'm not a fucking expert. I have no authority other than I've been live tweeting the op, right? for a minute now, and it's there. It's there. And frankly, what's so wonderful about this moment is that collectively, and this is what I think Cube was eventually in the long run really all about, was collectively we can make things happen when people search for truth with a righteous purpose and find it. Our level of discernment, our individual level of discernment goes up when we have that collective discernment together focused. And so that's why I think a big part of the enemy's plan now is to get our collective discernment unfocused or where on different places where it don't need to be. But again, I don't want to be the guy to tell us, "So, actually, this is the truth. This is the truth." I don't want to be that guy. I just, like I said, I think I have a responsibility to y'all to be like, this kind of feels funny, and this is why a little bit, and and I think I don't, but there are some things where it's just, okay. So let me tell you one thing. This is why there's been a whole lot of different things like this that have happened, but this thing right here, and I never put two and two together until the other night on 10/10 on October 10th. I had probably the best conversation I've ever had in my life, where it was something happened, and like I was there, I was able to, without sounding like a douche, I was able to understand things, and everything just kind of fit, and I saw the big picture and saw really what the truth is, that it's a light in the darkness. Christ is truth, like, and how much they're, frankly, how the extent of their deception. And so I just had this realization, and that night I realized, I remembered something that back in January, and this still gives me chills. Okay, so I like tennis shoes a lot. There was two things. Okay, so I wanted to get a drone and just kind of test out drone footage, and I also like tennis shoes a lot, like sneakers. And right around, okay, in November, guys, I've never bought anything. Like, I'm being honest, I never would never buy, Frank, ever buy anything from an ad on like social media. It's very very rare. Like, very very doubtful. Especially something like this. But for some reason, before, I have three nephews, and before one of them was coming, they were going to celebrate Christmas like a week or two early when the one from out of town had come into Memphis. And for Christmas, I bought them just off of a YouTube video, ad at the end of a YouTube video. I forget the video. Three drones, and it was just like a piece of shit company, like whatever, and the piece of shit commercial. But for some reason, I bought it. I did. Like, it was something I would very rarely do. I was like, oh, I'll buy three for them. This is great. And before I got them, and if I can make a video of this, I might just like, I tried to cancel those drones so many times. Like, I mean, I called, I sent probably like 5, 6, 7, 8 emails being like, cancel, cancel, cancel. And then one day they just showed up. And I would try to find the number of the people to cancel them, all this stuff. And then one day they showed up, and I ended up giving them to my nephews, and whatever. I don't even know if they ever worked. Kind of pieces of shit. But here's what's the crazier one. Okay, so in December, I think like late December, I was on Facebook, and I'm never on Facebook. Like, I'm never, guys. I've had Facebook deactivated for 3, 4 years. Is this the drone leading to Obi? No, this shows you the extent of what they were trying to do. In my opinion, I'll get to it, but I just want to be able to set the stage. This was the tennis shoes. Like, I noticed that I needed a new tennis shoe organizer, right? It just, in my mind, I had thought about it. Like, I had however many pairs. Like, I had 10 or 12, but my rack was almost full, and it was kind of clunky and kind of a pain in the ass. And so I was like, oh, you know what? I'll get. I started thinking about new tennis shoe organizers, and for one day, I'm on Facebook, and I'm never on Facebook ever, ever, ever. And I click on this ad. I click on an ad that was on my news feed, and I ended up watching, like, it was just like, it was like tennis shoe organizers, and they seemed to be really like, I actually like I watched the video about these things, and I was checking them out. I was like, oh, they could stack anywhere. I was very 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 very, so we don't lose ourselves as we attempt to reach others. Jennifer, I have no idea what you're talking about, but I was just like I was into these tennis shoe organizers, and I ended up buying it. And I bought them. I think I paid for it through PayPal. But they had a great Christmas. They had a great Christmas pricing, and then they didn't come. Kind of out of sight, out of mind. Then didn't think about it for a couple of weeks, right? And then right around the time the videos from what happened in Wuhan, or what might have happened, what they say happened, I don't. I think I might know, but right around the time all the bat suit meme was hitting like normie world, and meanwhile on 4chan there were videos of people in China, or you're told in China, literally just standing in line and falling over dead on the street. Right, there are videos of people in the hazmat suits, and the two things were not jiving. Like I was extremely. I remember I was listening to an episode of Quite Frankly. Frank, I forget his last name. Great show, great dude. Um, and these guys called in and were just talking, brought up the panic. Trees work, trees work. I don't. Okay, I don't know. Jennifer. um, they anyway, like, so I ended up buying these shoes on Facebook, through Facebook, and then I was just like, thought about it, didn't want it. So I went to the return page, right? Went to go return these, and then found out where they're. Oh no! Then I get an email. I forget about it. Forget about it. Then I get an email saying your shipment is on the way in late January ish. And at that point, I'm like, oh fuck! Sent through DHL, and I was like, I don't. I'm thinking by this point, I'm thinking legitimately like this is the bioweapon. I had heard about Project Zephyr, which was going to be a way to exterminate, conspiracy theorists. Like if they're going to make their great move, or at some point, like that guy, that movie producer guy, I forget his name, but the one who died of cancer. Like his last video, he had said that they were talked about Project Zephyr, and it talked about it in a certain context with, a certain of our greatest allies, which I'm not going there that, but just the idea of, and this is when I was like, oh shit, this is some 5G shit too, right? Shouldn't have said that, but the fact that the cruise ships, right? The fact that the cruise ships, everybody on the cruise ship got it and it was horrible and all this stuff, and the cruise ships on the deck had that huge like. Go look up. I think it's the Princess. What was it called? The Princess. After the show, the Princess Diane, or not Diane, Princess Diane. That'd be some serious programming. But whatever that ship that was quarantined outside of Japan was called, it's called the Princess Daisy or Princess something. They have a huge. It looks like Epcot Center type deal, right? Like a half circle, whatever, on the deck. And apparently, those, somewhere on the internet at some point, I saw that was like of the most sophisticated satellite network. Like each ship is its own satellite or something. Fucking who knows? And that's when I was like, oh, okay, what they're doing is that's what they want to do. Like that's whatever they've put inside us through chemtrails or what. And this is I was stressed as shit. I actually broke out in, yes, Diamond, yes, thank you. I actually broke out in hives. I was so stressed out. Like I was stressed out. Just, and meanwhile, everybody's telling me I'm crazy, of course. Um, but I was nervous, and then I got, so I was just thinking, shit's fucked up over there. A lot of weird stuff happened. There was a murder in Seattle. There was some, I think it was supposed to happen in Seattle, but we might have stopped it. And Kobe's death. This is like right when Kobe died too. Kobe died that week. I was fucking. Let me tell you, as somebody, what I understand now is that I'm someone with a higher, like whatever my pineal gland is just less dull than others, maybe, I suppose. And so all of that dark evil energy was hitting me really, really hard. And but what I've understood is that all right, let me get the shoes. So I go to cancel the shoes. Your shipment is on the way. I was like, oh, I don't want it. Cancel the money. Keep the money. It's fine. Don't worry about it. I just do not deliver these to my house. Please do not deliver them. Um, and so I go on the email return link. Oh, that's giving me chills. Do you filter your water? I don't know. Maybe. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, probably. I don't drink enough water, frankly. I need to drink more water. Um, so they get, oh, geez, they get, Jennifer, what the fuck was I saying? they get the hold on, let me think. Oh, I hope that wasn't some spiritual shit that just happened. I don't know. Um, hey, Grumpy, how you doing? Oh, the return email. So I click it, and it takes me to it. To return links. I click it, and it takes me to an email. It takes me to a Chinese webpage. Thank you guys. Thank you. I know that was just a brain fart from a fucking from a dude who's partied a little bit too much in his youth. That wasn't anything. So the return email. Your shipment is on the way. At this point, I'm like, oh, I don't want it. Keep the money. Keep the fucking money. Keep it. I don't want it. Um, but then I go to the website and it's all in Chinese, like the first website. And so yeah, in Kobe's, it wasn't so much BLM, but Kobe's death happened right at this time too. So it just negative, horror, just sad energy. And this is, I don't know if this was a couple days before. Frankly, oh, that's weird. That just shifted. That's weird. That's just weird. The Get behind me, Satan. Jesus is the light. You cannot touch me. I am here to speak the light to the people. All that shit. Um, so they got us. I went to the website, and the website was all in Chinese, and I clicked it over to English, and like I found it in the bottom, and it said for returns, click here. So I clicked it, and there was another one that was all in Chinese, and so I put it over to English. And guys, I swear to you, the name of the so this is the to return page, the cancel page. The name of the thing was 17 track. Once I converted it from Chinese to English, it was a pain in the ass to get there, but I swear to you, and I found the email, and I actually trying to want to go through it, but it says that when I go through with my VPN on, it says, oh, you're gonna get attacked. So what I want to do is just get a fucking burner dumper computer and just make a YouTube video of y'all seeing it. If it's still there, guys, I swear to you, 17 track. And there was also something in the email about, or in the text somewhere around, like, what was it called? Dark something industries? Dark, oh, that might have been it. Dark Age Industries or something dark or kill industries, something evil like that. Something evil. 17 track. And so I was like, oh, fuck this. And then after that, I was like, frankly, I knew then, I was like, they're sending it to me. I went on 4chan, I was just like, and so I was just, again, I guess this is Kobe's death. We're like a week away from the Super Bowl, like when it was the most evil, dangerous energy ever. Evil energy, dark energy, and it was directed probably towards all of us, but this specific time it was directed towards me. And I was also doing, like, in my personal life, doing stuff that I hadn't done in years, like just silliness that I was like, what the fuck am I doing this again for? What in the world? And I now understand why, because it really was a spiritual attack. Why did they off him? I don't know who you're talking about. But they somehow, so 17 track. So frankly, but then I went out and I went to Army Surplus. That's when I went out and became Mr. Prepper there for like a week. Got all my shit that I needed. And then when the package finally showed up, I put on a Tyvek suit, brand new respirator, boom, everything. Put it, I think it was like Monday when it showed up. My trash is collected Thursdays. But I put it in my trash can, and then took the trash can down to the street on like Monday night. Like just let it sit there for 3 or 4 days. And I went on 4chan. I was like, y'all are fucking sending us this shit. I was like, they're sending this shit, aren't they? They're sending us the virus, aren't they? Frankly, like just like they did in The Simpsons, And like all of a sudden, like real quick, 3 answers, like yep. And I was like, okay, cool. So I got rid of that. Fucking bleached my entire porch. Ended up not doing it. It took a little bit longer than I bet they wanted it to, because hopefully that the bad guys were able to microwave it or anything first. But that was really difficult for me to get that out. By the way, that was really that was strange. I had a tough time formulating that. Like, frankly, I think because that's the enemy's spell. I think I'm able to see the enemy. I'm able to see everything they do so clearly right now. And they were able for some. Oh, and now if I go on my Gmail and look at the email, it says it's marked important by Google Magic. It's called Google Magic, marked it important. And if you go Google Magic, it says Google Magic is is something created by Dark Arts Entertainment. I shit you not. Like if you don't close this, but go look it up, and I'll show it right now. I'll expose their shit. I'll expose their shit. I'm a truth teller. Like, and so what I realized is like, holy shit, they really were gonna they were gonna try to like I had been marked from whatever from being a truth teller, either it was from like websites I went to, either if it was from, and again at this point I wasn't Brian J. At this point I was just like, dude, and Axel, I would troll Chris Hayes and Axel Rose. I have really nothing. And but so maybe it was websites I went to, or maybe it was just the fact that they knew that I'd be a problem later. But I swear to you, they sent me something. They made me buy something, and never, ever, 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 never would have bought something from a Facebook ad like that, ever. Like it's just, however they got me to do it, whatever the fuck Google magic is, I don't know. So thinking y'all's, my friend another one of my friends that I talked to says that she had like a phone company kept trying to get her to buy service, like January, buy service, blah, 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 boom, 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 all the time, really pestering her. And then since at some point she went out and was just like, she knew it was wrong. She knew it just wasn't right. And she got the fuck rid of it. Like, so if anybody think about that, guys, this year, things you've been drawn to something where you can't, like Jesse, and I'm not saying they did this to you or anything, but like Jesse, I was saying with these red, and again, like with the red, I tweeted out with the red eyes things, the rose things. Somebody fucking just, the October 1st, somebody sent me one. It was a reddish hue, and then I changed it back, and then like in one of my tweets where I was saying, guys, the enemy, like just one where I'm just kind of getting more and more preachy about this shit. Like the enemy is like they want us to be divided, blah 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 blah. Like in that response, I'll get like somebody will tweet like, "Here, man, you got a new profile pic for you," and it made me look like the most evil demon I've ever seen with those red eye things. It's like, what the fuck is this? Like, why would they respond? My tweet was literally about being, like, we are the light. The truth is the light. Shine the light on the enemy's deception, and they have nothing. They have no power. And so it's like, why would you send me this? And I don't know if it was the same guy who sent me the first one, but like I didn't ask for him. I just kind of saw him and, oh, okay, cool. And let's see what is let's Google. Okay, and that's fucking weird. That's fucking weird. I typed in GOO. Can you all see it? I don't want to give away give away my email. All right, do I have anything on here that's gonna fuck me? I don't know, but look what Google filled in on me. Oh, can y'all see it? Shit. Ah. I want y'all to be able to see it. Google Magic email, and I know I might have looked at it. No, fuck. I might have looked at it last night, or like as I was kind of coming to this conclusion. But so whatever they got listening to me, it has no power over me. Like Satan is a deceiver. Like, oh shit. Google Magic email. I don't care. Whatever. I'll show. Like, but just I can't. Okay, let me. Don't go anywhere, guys. I'll show it to you. Honestly, it might have just been because I searched it last night, but I typed in GOO or GO, and it said Google Magic email came up after I was just talking about Google Magic. But that might have been because I searched it last night. So let's not chalk that up to mysticism or cult shit. That might have just been, they are absolutely. Where's Chuck? Chuck here, Chuck. They're absolutely always listening, but they're listening for a reason. Like, we're a big deal. Like, and why all of a sudden, like the night after I realized all this shit, New York Times like retweets an article talking about big picture conspiracy theories that are saying there's a new brand of conspiracy theory out there that's like the big lie, and I'm just like, am I causing? Is it wait when we? Why do I look different now? That's weird. Ugh, I'm looking at it again. Oh well, whatever. It's like wait when we when we expose a lot on them, does that force them to have to expose themselves? Does it? Because in another email, another tweet that I got, this fucking creepy looking dude, me in New York, in my yeah. In another email, like I tweeted something about CERN for the first time. It was like, this is what I think CERN is. Somebody post a reply in my tweet saying, "Here's a CERN ceremony," and it did get brighter, didn't it? And then Starseed. It was. I guess I hope I'm not a Starseed. No offense to any Starseeds. Hey Brian, this is Mark Rank, bro. What up, Mark? How you doing, man? Good to see you, buddy. That's good to see you. That's a homie right there. Good to see you, buddy. Am I blowing your mind, Mark? Am I expanding your consciousness? What about my dog? What about my pretty dog? Hey, buddy. Demon, stay away, because I got the light and I got my dog. Fuck you up. And here's your good boy. Here's your good boy. Check. Check it. Good boy. Chuck sighting. So it's just been strange, and I like this. So this Google. Oh, what the fuck was I going to show y'all? Oh yeah. So I googled Google Magic, and then Google Magic. Listen to this, guys. You do it yourself, and if it's different, that'd be crazy. But Google Magic. Google Magic is a website created by Dark Arts Media. The website was intended to be a type of trick where you cover the two O's in the Google and make them disappear. Okay, so that's a whole lot of shit about some stupid thing. But then like Google Magic said that email was very important. Like and then like Google Magic. And then I was somehow strangely compelled to buy this shoe rack from Facebook ad and these piece of shit drones, both of whom happened to be shipped from China, from the whatever the province was. So I went, dude, whatever they fucking had in there. I mean, thank God Space Force. Thank God Ms. Justice. What you mean? I don't know. But and then there's been just so think about any times, and that was fucking hard for me to get out. That was so weird. That was so weird. It was like my brain wasn't. Don't delve into it. I feel like it's a distraction for you. No. I see the enemies. I see what they're trying to do. I get it. Like they I don't think their spell works on me anymore. Frankly, like I am able. Very strange. Strangest thing. Like looking back in my life, it's strange. So. But I think I've seen them doing it to other people. But I mean, maybe I mean they were targeting me, boy. I straight up, Kitty. I got this big shovel, like like a snow shovel that I used to rake leaves. Just fucking carried that thing like super arm's length, brand new respirator, brand new filters, everything. Just fucking did it, and then took all my clothes off. Basically, was naked in my backyard and threw that in a bag and fucking just threw that. Some other shit and just went in and just scrubbing myself, googling like I got survival like fucking. I mean, I got. I bought my Patriot Supply before everybody else did, you know. But that makes me wonder. I was like, fuck, my Patriot Supply. Oh no, are they? Are they also part of the Senate? So I mean, hopefully not. Whatever it is, Space Force stopped them. But like that was when their magic was the strongest too at the beginning. So yeah, everybody in the chat, just chill out. Just stop confusing everybody. Because I don't want to think y'all are like fucking agents out there trying to stop me from getting this shit out. Because witches have cats. Witches do have cats. Or maybe not. I don't know. Fucking good people have cats. Cats are just. I doubt witches have cats. Actually, now that I think about it, I think it's probably some as above so below shit. Um, you know, they don't. They make you think witches are whatever. I don't fucking know. Fuck witches. I'm a child of light. I am a child of God. I am a true son of God, and y'all are my brothers and sisters, and we are in the middle. Beverly, do you really have 12 cats? Beverly, Dick, you have 14 cats? Oh my God. Oh no. That's all right. That's hilarious. I love it. Like, fuck it. Maybe I got a little bit of an older demographic. Do you know of movies that try to tell the truth? I mean, I guess shit. Like that's okay. So here's why I just kicked that. That was my fault. Here's why I think, I have one dog, and I'm telling you, I was ready to go out in the woods. Like me and my dog, I bought an AR. I was ready. I got ammo. I was ready. I had my sidearm. Like I had my bug out bag there. I was there. Um, I mean, I didn't run out of toilet paper until like a week ago, and that's with no rationing. Um, but then it makes me wonder why the toilet paper shortage, why all this shit was planned. It's just it doesn't none of it makes it only makes sense in like this context that I kind of been describing. Like only thing that ties everything together. It leaves nothing. I mean, if we're gonna say there are no coincidences, I don't think there are any coincidences, and I don't think there are. I don't think there are any coincidences that led me to start this, this Periscope by myself. That led me to write that thread, and folks who saw that one stream know what I'm talking about. Like kind of popped me out by myself, get going, and then led me to start this stream and this show, and led me to y'all, and then Zetas, and then fucking just I needed a thumbnail for my video, and for my Planet Save the World video, and I put it on Twitter. I was like, hey, does anybody who knows Photoshop want to help me out? I don't know what you could do. What would take you 10 minutes would take me like 5 hours, like trying to do it, like watch YouTube videos and do it. Anybody want to help me help a brother out? And a couple people, send me messages, and I appreciate them. A couple people tweeted at me, and the first person that tweeted back at me was Michael, or maybe he wasn't even the first, but I actually thought he was somebody else. I thought he was a different Michael. Um, and it was just like, yeah, man, I'll help you out. Cool, blah, blah, blah. And so I talked to him, and then I was actually on the phone with him, kind of going over all this, learning about solar minimums and learning that our understanding that in the past, in my opinion, not his, frankly, I don't want to say not his, in my opinion, I'm only speaking for myself, that the cabal, the Illuminati, the evil guys, the keepers of the secret knowledge, made a bunch of evil shit happen because they could cause literal catastrophes throughout the world. That's why they had their bunkers underneath the ground, all that shit. They were going to cause something terrible. They're probably, frankly, going to somehow get us in like our AI, like their AI simulated world, get us in those fucking Matrix pods, plug us into the Matrix, and then think about that. Think about if they had entire humanity plugged in, and we're just milking our adrenochrome and feeding off our spirit. They would make each of our own separate simulations as miserable as possible for each of us, just so that they would be able to milk that whatever despair they get from us, right? They wouldn't make us happy because our soul is still in us, right? In their world. Trump blew up the bunkers. I'm not plugged in right now. Jennifer, I'm starting to I'm not a little bit concerned about you, darling. A little bit concerned about you. Come on, I'm just saying. Your name's backwards. I'm just saying. I've learned to read the tea leaves a lot, and you're kind of distracting. But I've had a lot of people hit me up on social media. There definitely some folks are watching this, but you're not deceived by me anymore. Don't be concerned. But we're online. I understand that. I know we are. As also says, I need a yard sign, and I need to do that too. Get them yard signs. It's just a very interesting time, and I know what the enemy's doing. I think I know why, and now I think it is my responsibility. I don't know, Chris. I don't know. But I'm just saying. I have a different. Oh yeah, Ellen looks like shit. Guys, I want y'all to try something. If there's anybody in your family who's ailing, know they will get better. Know it. So what's up with the Koreas, friend or foe? Korea's about to be reunited, homie. Korea's about to be reunited. Things are about to get real good. Just whenever it happens, needs to happen. So there you go. So if there's someone in your life, just pray for them and know they're going to get better. And then it happened to you, Chris. And the next time you talk to them, they'll get better. They'll get better. If you do it out of love, we can literally I can't describe it other than to say it's happened. I felt it, and I feel like right now it's. I mean, praying works too, bro and sis in love and trying for you to get pregnant. And when they get pregnant, when it happened, all right, you're all right. Good deal. Wait, it happened, Chris? You had a long talk with them about positive thinking, and then yesterday he told you they were pregnant. Guys, I'm telling you, it's real. That's why you speak it. Do it's not you speak it into existence. You just know. You just know, right? Like that's why is Trump gonna win? I know he's gonna win. You prayed for him Monday night, and that's incredible. I mean, but Chris, that doesn't surprise me at all. That's happened with me. My dad was ailing. One of the things was, in the past couple of weeks, his I don't want to have his memory wasn't doing too great, and I'm starting to know that it's getting better. And then like every time I talk to my mom, every day when I see my mom, like, hey, I was like, Dad's memory's better today, isn't it? And she's like, yeah, you know what? It is. He's been great lately. He's been just because I know it. Like I'm telling you guys, we can. This is what it's real. It's the power of positivity. I want. I mean, I don't know if we always. I don't think we would have had this last year at this time. But during this time period, we things are different for us. Okay, Janet, know that they will get better, and I don't want to guarantee anything. I don't want to promise anything, but just I'm telling you, there but you got to know it. You can't hope it. Like don't hope, because hope is doubt, right? You just have to know it. And I don't know how else to do it than other to say. And I think people weren't awake last year. Not like this. Not even close. No, it's different. People are just think. I think for one thing the veil of deception. Um, the more of us speak truth righteously, the stronger the power of truth becomes. The stronger power of truth becomes, the more the weaker the lies become, and people stop believing them. Right. So it's kind of an inverse thing. I think during this solar minimum, I think during this dawning of the new age, like it's like Nasara Jasara, guys. I don't think that shit is a financial reset. I think it's like a dawning of it. And again, I don't want to sound that's doubt talking right there. But if y'all think about yourself, understand it yourself, um, just go through it yourself. All doubt is a lie, Miss Mexico. And honestly, at this point, yes, it's true. All doubt is a lie. There's a reason we are made in God's image, because right now we can, if you do it out of love, you can do anything. I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Like, um, it's that's frankly why I've been power of positivity. That's frankly why I've been trying to be like, y'all need to stop crying like little bitches over these internet videos, which don't mean shit. These internet videos that are put out there, and I'm not just talking about the one with the dog and whatever, because I know that was a hot one, but all these internet videos, all the Antifa riots, all just the pictures of people not liking each other and hating each other. Just stop letting that occupy your energy. Stop letting that occupy, like shine your fucking beacon of light elsewhere. Because right now is a magical time. And yes, you can. I was tested and did the right thing. Yes, and you have to. We're the only species that pays to live here. The banking globalist controllers. Not much longer. I mean, we're actually doing our little part to bring them down together. It's an incredible time, and I think the reason why I think the fact that I was going for the truth and for whatever. How are you? I'm wonderful. I'm wonderful, and I think speaking the truth diminishes their power. And so this is the epiphany that I had. And I was talking to Mick the night that for the first time, I was talking to Michael about this, and it was when Trump tweeted out about the emails, declass all the emails. So it was like there was just like an extra. I'm telling you, there was an extra boost of like, let's go, like truth energy, right? And like I felt it, and it just these conversations that I've had with folks. I hope I'm able. Maybe not. I don't know, but hope I'm able to communicate with y'all how or they were just special. It was special, and very good boy. I hope you're Space Force. I hope you're Space Force. I tell my friends about it every time we get together. I say, look at how it's affecting your energy. Yes, man. Yes, like made me more confident. Yes, attaboy, Jesse. And then like they're the right. Like I'm telling you guys, it's something special. There's a reason. I've always been a talker. I've always been whatever, but it's or Chris, you don't even have to turn it off. Just understand that like when you like the reason Fox News has been taken over, I think in the big picture, you have a moderator now. No, I've always been my own mod. But the reason Fox News might be the reason they took it over is because they want to be able. Remember, they get like before I've kind of came to this realization. My dad was getting mad at Fox News, like he's an old man yelling at Fox News about. And I'm like, well, that's what they do. They get good. He's a good man. He's a good man, like a loving man, right? And genuinely wants what's best for everybody. They get him to get output emotional energy over their lives, and it helps and it takes them. You have a different energy than the last time I saw you live stream. Well, I don't know what you mean by that. Hopefully it's good. I mean, I don't give a shit if it's good. I'm not gonna let whatever. If my energy's not good, it's because the enemy is making you not see it. If that makes sense. I mean, again, I don't want to toot my own whatever, blow smoke up my ass or anything, but that's because what I'm doing right now, I do with love. Thanks, man. Thanks, man. Now that I got that out, I haven't had any. Remember that night the beam of light was just on me? Like, what the fuck? Like, ugh. I don't know. Yeah, but it's like this is like a great. I've got the magic. You talk about Amy yet? She's a fucking boss. Yes, and Amy Coney. Here's guys. And it's a perfect example of kind of seeing it in action. Amy Coney Barrett, like from what she's truthful. Like that woman's first off is impressive, but she's speaking the truth. So it's like it's the light. The truth is easier. It comes out naturally right now. She might know this, she might not know this, but I think the reason she doesn't need anything and she's able to boom, her mind is so lucid and clear, is because she's speaking the truth and she's doing it righteously. We were all sent by God here, Kitty. Like God has a plan for all of us. But with Amy Barrett, there's a reason we're doing it today. And meanwhile, you look at all the people who are grilling her. They look like they're slobs. They've got shit everywhere. They don't look professional at all. They're not. When you're lying right now, it's not as easy. It's a tough time for liars right now. It's tough. It's tough. Um, they've I don't know if they have a tough time communicating or if they've always been slobs or whatever. But I'm telling you guys. And so, I mean, she's a brilliant woman. She's everything, but she knows the truth is on her side. She's a true daughter of Christ. Christ is truth. Christ is truth. Christ is light. Like this isn't esoteric shit we're talking about. I'm talking about Christianity. Christ is truth. Truth. And so like when you stand up righteously for truth, we're in a particular. We see the lies. Jesse. I see them coming, and because remember, like okay, so remember the Super Bowl halftime show. Like they have to, and one thing Zados talked about in our most recent video, which again I'm going to put up. These things are sorry. It's just I get my computer so fucking slow. It's such a pain in the ass. But one thing we talked about is Zados talks about how they have to show us no matter if you're going to use this energy. Pure evil. Who? Sorry, I'm all over the place. She walked right into that fire. Ain't no thing. Who y'all talking about? Oh, the Super Bowl? Yeah, that was them showing us what they were going to do through CERN. It was literally they're going to bring the Jezebel, and then like that was the horror Babylon with Shakira, and then the fucking whatever the moon child or whatever the antichrist or whatever it is, and that's that Aleister Crowley Orotempo Borealis bullshit. That black magic, that means not that like the tiniest bit of light destroys that shit. Tiniest bit. So that's what that was. But remember, they have to show us it. So what they do is they show us their predictive programming. If you do it at the Super Bowl halftime show, it's the biggest stage in the world. You can do something. So they did it on February 2nd, 2020. Think about that. 02, 02, 2020. 02, 02, 2020. So it was as above, so below in the year. It's the first time it's happened like 11. It's like it never happens. Everyone's watching. It was in a leap year, right? We're in a leap year. So it was on the 33rd, February 2nd, the 33rd day of the year, 333 days left in the year. They do it at the Super Bowl halftime show where everyone's watching, the biggest thing. So I guess that's like I don't know what that's Kabbalah or what the fuck it is, but that's the predictive programming is. They have to show it to you beforehand. I didn't watch it good. I mean, don't. It was a ceremony. So you think this year's Super Bowl is in fact? I don't know, man. I'm talking about who gives a fuck? I'm talking about saving the world, baby. Shit, man. I love you, Grumpy. Love you, Grumpy. Grumpy, COVID's over. Eventually, one day, Trump is right. COVID was literally one day. It's just we're gonna wake up and COVID's gonna be gone. People are gonna be like, oh yeah, what was that shit? Was that thing called? I forget. Whatever. So not even. No, Grumpy. I'm telling you, things are. Oh, you missed. You came in late, right? You came in a little bit late. We're in a very special time period. The world ain't gonna be the same in a couple months. It's gonna be different. It's gonna be different. I don't know how. Why go back and watch the first part of this episode? Because like I think I told you about the mystery religion and all that shit. Figure that shit out. They can harvest our emotions. So what we got to do is we just got to push truth, and we're unstoppable. Jesse, I know your Twitter accounts could be unlocked soon. I know what's gonna happen. It's gonna they can't stop you. They can't stop your light, man. And it's incredible. It's incredible. Oh yeah, very different. Yeah, just go back and watch it later, man. Fucking, I mean, I don't know. I don't know. Fucking, yeah. So that's what the Super Bowl was. Super Bowl was their big, they showed us on the most grand scale. So that thing when that, I guess in their evil whatever, they can say, well, we showed you what we're doing, because I guess that's the Gematria. See, I don't know any of this shit. I've just kind of learned it and understand that. But just because I don't know something or don't have no inclination for it doesn't mean that it's not real and not important somewhere along the way, right? So, I mean, that's why they have to show it. That's why they have predictive programs, because they have to show us stuff. And then the more people, like 9/11, right? I mean, an advanced placement, I think we'd all, 99.99% of us would agree with it. 9/11 ain't what they told it. Ain't what they told us. Ain't what they told us it was. Is that how I really talk? Is that how I speak? Ain't what they told us it was. Fuck it. I'm from Memphis, man. Y'all deal with it. Y'all fucking deal with it. It ain't what they told us it was. 9/11. But it was an extraordinary emotional resonance that came from it, right? So whatever happened, well, I'm not trying to get into that, but whatever happened, people were upset over a lie that they caused, right? They did all the predictive program. We've all seen that. Do gematria? Yeah, I mean that makes sense exactly. Because that way they could tell us when they do the gematria to Corona 666. That's where they in their Kabbalistic ritual or whatever, they're telling us, we told you what we were doing. It's not our fault you didn't believe it. Like that gives them their power. So they have to tell us it in order to manifest it or whatever, these evil fuckers. And then the more people that put out sorrowful output over a lie they caused, the more evil power they get. And I talk about that in my clip of Zados. And the best thing I can ask, the best way I can get y'all to maybe do it is in your own personal lives. Speak truth, be honest, do it righteously. No, yes, it was a ritual for them, but here's what I think the rituals are. Okay, again, I don't know any of this shit. I don't, frankly, I don't. Whatever. I think the rituals. because light is so much, like, we are made in the image of God. We are a spirit. We are so much more powerful than we realize, right? And so they have to go really, really, really to great, super duper, really extreme lengths in order to get us to, you know, not not be what we really are, which is a spirit and made God's image. Like, right? No, I don't have a Snapchat. Um, it's just it's so what I think the ceremonies are the ceremonies are because because excuse me, because naturally our light and our truth and our love is so much greater than their power, right? I think the cult, in order to kind of, they have to do the most evil shit to order, almost like to maximize their potential, right? Like they not only do they have to, not only do they have to keep us down below and keep our light as, you know, as enclosed as possible or as covered as possible, they also have to do like their fucking evil shit as high as they can, because otherwise it just naturally, the light just takes over. I feel like it's a pie chart. There's only so much amount of light and darkness in there, and the lengths they have to go to keep our light low, because once we get a little bit out there, it expands and it blows up. And that's what the Great Awakening is. That's what really QAnon did, because QAnon knew this. Not just getting minds collectively to focus on the truth together really does something. It really, really does something. More of us than them. Kitty, it's not even close. It's not even like if we all, and it's not even close. Like we are so much more powerful than them, and we have literally been put in a put in a situation where everything they've told us is a lie. Like, and Frank, so they're always getting more and more. I mean, if if evolution's a lie, and again, I'm not trying to get in this argument with anybody, okay? But if evolution's a lie, the more people who become, the more people who say that evolution disproves the existence of God, the more powerful they get, right? So it's like literally they have to create a world for us in which everything might be a lie. It might be the Truman Show, literally, not literally, but you know what I mean. But for malicious purposes. But think about that. If they, yeah, if they get us, it's a soul war. It's a soul war. And guys, I'm telling you, you're gonna feel, you're gonna know, you're gonna feel. They're going to try to attack you. They're going to try to do different weird little things. Like I just get weird replies that I just don't feel right at all. I get weird DMs about stuff. Oh, and this is another thing. The reason I figured out too. The reason they and if you're watching, I hope you like this one. They want us to wear their symbols. They want us to wear their seals. Like that's why I was sent that the thing with the eyes, because as a truth teller, if I voluntarily put on their seal, it diminishes what I, you know what I mean? It diminishes my truth, or it doesn't, it does something, right? So I don't know if y'all have ever noted, like, you know, there's just all the logos all look the same, right? All the logos are, all the corporations look the same, and maybe maybe they want to get everybody wearing a corporate America logo. And again, if you work for fucking I'm not trying to give you shit for wearing a logo, but you know, if that's a way to kind of maybe getting us to wear a uniform and wearing their symbol, wearing their seal, is helps them control us, helps them dumb us down, to keep us from realizing that together we are a spirit and we are unstoppable. We are literally a spirit and we are unstoppable. We can share truth, share righteously, and we can do anything in this world. In this world right now. I'm telling you guys, do it. Please do it yourself. Just know. Just all doubt is a lie. Just know. And I'm not saying it's going to happen tomorrow, but things will happen for you right now because of this brief particular period we're in, the solar minimum, before the age of Aquarius and all that shit. That's the reason the bad guys were taking care, trying to do everything. That's the reason they cared so much about this now. That's the reason they've done so many predictive programmings for us. That's the reason there were going to be so many catastrophes. That's the reason we can't touch each other. That's the reason they want schools and churches closed. That's the reason they want sad children in schools, because they get a negative energy off that. That's why the race narrative has been pushed. That's why they're wanting us hating China and hating every little other country and hating everything. and all the, because the more shit they get worked up, that helps them for the moment of time when they're going to try to conjure up whatever they could. But frankly, to be perfectly honest, I think I'm part of something, and whatever talent I have, whatever gift I have, I think I'm able to have grown very quickly based on original content that people find captivating. I'm funny on Twitter, people like me, and I think that happened so that I could reach y'all right now, whoever's watching this, y'all, so that y'all would know this and y'all could realize it soon, as quickly now, know it, and carry it out, and you'll see it, guys. You'll see it. You'll see it. You probably feel it right now, and I don't want every time I open my mouth to be about the home, but people in my personal life and my real world life are just like, just Brian, you seem calm or different. I don't get upset like and frankly, this is the reason why in advanced placement, that's the reason why we never talked about masks, right? If for some, I was a no masks rule always. Don't, and everybody abided by it. Somebody would ask for the first time, God, masks, and the chat would politely, all y'all are always so cool about it. Just like, no, we just don't talk about masks here, because masks are not only a way to um, masks are a way for one thing to make people scared, but then for us, the folks who know it's a bullshit, know it's a lie, know the truth is a lie. We still get, when we get worked up over it, if we let that bother us, if we let having to wear a mask for what we know is a lie, if we let that work up our emotions and mess with us, then we're giving them power, right? Then we're giving them power. You literally, so by freaking the fuck out about masks and not just understanding that, listen, when the time's right, they're just gonna go away. We're gonna make it happen. Um, but by freaking the fuck out about it now, they're doing their job, which is to make them scared and to make us pissed off. So don't give into it. Don't give. It is the Hebrew year of the mouth. Yeah, I mean, cool. That makes sense. Sure. Um, yeah, it's a Chinese year of the rat with the Great Plague. I mean, these people don't fuck around. It's pretty programmed for a reason. They don't fuck around. But like, so 10/10, I think, was a special day that there's, and like I said, now, like earlier today, I tweeted out, and this is, again, I don't want to be like Mr. Mysticism guy. I don't want to be that. I don't want to, like, that ain't me, and I don't want to. I'm not gonna watch videos of fucking, whatever. I think the world, what's been so exciting for me personally, during the past 6 months, maybe even 6 months. I think I did my first Periscope, back in March, maybe March. And what's been so incredible is just kind of the journey of self discovery. So I don't need to watch, and it's good to have videos of old stuff. But that video of that speech Homeboy gave, he didn't give during the fucking solar minimum. He didn't give it during this time. He gave it during the time when we weren't able to bond together and reach a higher consciousness. So basically, the best thing you can do is, and why is my light fucked up? I haven't touched it. I mean, do y'all see this shit? Oh, they don't? By the way, dude, Twitter doesn't show that you had to click my page. Oh, well, maybe I'll tweet it. I'll retweet it out again. See me 1 second, y'all. Yeah, I mean, that's fine. I'll probably re-upload it later. I mean, shit. I don't want to think I'm not going to be arrogant enough and say that and be like, oh, well, Twitter changed the fucking top of the banner. You can no longer see at the very top who's live because of me. I don't think that. I don't know that. But I'm telling you guys, we're in a special moment of time. Hopefully you'll feel it. Hopefully, and like I said, I don't want to say if I'm wrong, because like I said, I don't think no, and so I do know. Do you have a YouTube? Yes, it's called BJC, BEEJYSE. I'll be uploading this up there. I also got a couple other videos I'm doing. I'm finally gonna do the Patreon. I just, because I know, frankly, I know it will lead to good things, but I feel so weird about doing it. But it is what it is. But I know it will lead to good things. Like but I do feel weird doing it. So Um, it's gonna be fun. So yeah, I'm trying to get all over. I want to get a better computer so that I can like stream on Twitch. I want to be able to do like election live shows, and it's just kind of guys. This is a yo, bro. What's up, bro? What's up? Oh, nice. All right, we got the new. Oh, nice. The new route coming in. Patreon Kitty is the it's like a site where you donate to content creators to kind of go around the monetization system. So it's a way for you know content creators. Good to see you, bro. Good to see you. I need to get a PayPal. Oh, well, maybe not. I don't know. Whatever, dude. Well, I'll get all that shit out there. But it's it's. I love being up. I love interacting with folks on Twitter. I love it. I love I I love but it is time consuming. It's very time consuming. You just want a big B-Day party? Donald Trump will win November 3rd. It's not even a question. And then it's American interests. American interest, cheeseburgers, um, football. No, I mean, what are American interests? Who knows what the future will bring to? You have a trade by you. Oh yeah, yeah. I mean, listen, baby, it's not. It's weird. Memphis, Tennessee is like one of the few cities where you still see like there's train tracks going right down to the middle of the city, like right down. Pew! Love my digital soldier family on Twitter. Love you, Spearman. Love you, big boy. Um, but it's a special time, man. It's a special time. Like it's weird. Like I guess the number one thing I want to convey to folks. God, I got a lot of new folks. Power of a tweet. Welcome to everybody new viewing. If you didn't catch it before, I'll be going to look back. Hopefully you'll check it out because if you're picking up now, it might sound a little bit weird, but don't be. But the number one thing I want to convey to folks is that like really, if you feel yourself getting worked up over something you see online, or love you too, brother. I love everybody. Love you too. Love everybody, even my enemies. If you see yourself getting worked up by something, stop and ask yourself. Be like, is this something? Is this maybe the enemy putting something out there to get to get me to get my power of discernment pointed at one of their lives? Because a lot of times it is. A lot of times it is. A lot of times that's why. I'm thinking that's why they do so much stupid shit. Not to like win, like so much flagrant flaunting of shit is almost in a way to get us worked up about it because then they get their evil spiritual power of it, if that makes sense. So don't fucking good vibes, man. Don't fall for the bullshit. We're not. But I think it's my responsibility to kind of let y'all know it's anytime you see a video that just pops up that seems just kind of like somebody, wanting in the comments or depending on who tweets it out, if it's a right winger tweets it out, the comments are one way. If it's a left winger tweets it out, the comments are another way. It's probably bullshit produced bullshit put out to get that emotional resonance. Really, a lot of shit is right now. It's so obvious. And Kitty, it's the reason it's obvious is because there's power in collective discernment. Like we are really like conspiracy theorists. Fucking, we did change the world, man. We literally changed the world, and we changed it because whether we knew it or not, some people did know this, some people didn't. The more, I mean, we're living beacons of Christ, on earth. Christ is truth. By speaking truth, and every single one of us suffered in one way, shape, or form for it. No question. Every single one of us was ridiculed, was isolated, was somebody. I'm sure somebody be fired. I'm sure some might have lost status. Maybe some people's marriages fell apart. Maybe some people aren't talking to their children. Their bridge group ain't the same. I don't know, but every single one of us has suffered in one way or the other, and that's because if you suffer righteously for truth and then let it shine, it's unstoppable. It's unstoppable, and that's what we've done. That's what we've become, and I mean, take with it what you will. And that's why I've been the way I've been on Twitter lately is because I had that realization. I was talking to Michael while Trump said I'm going to declass everything, and all of a sudden my mind just got clear as a bell, clear as a bell of this what we were talking about, and I was able to just understand like, oh my gosh, these solar minimum things are important. They're a big deal. They can be used to shape fucking things. Maybe if they're used to shape things and we don't know about it, maybe the past really is a big lie. Well, shit, maybe if the past is really a big lie, maybe they tell us it's a big lie because they get spiritual dark energy by having us believe the big lies, right? Because I believe it on the little lies. Fucking why don't I know about the big lies? And what's the biggest lie of all? That God isn't real. You know what I mean? That's and if you get maybe the fucking Bible, honestly, maybe the Bible is true, and maybe science is fake. And one thing Mick said that's just brilliant is like, why do we have physics? And this is so brilliant, so brilliant. Why do we have physics, and then for space there's astrophysics, right? So we have the theories of physics here in our world, our world, our planet that we see, that you got momentum and you got friction and you got basic ideas of physics that are applicable every place in the globe, right? Fucking laws of physics. But then we have astrophysics, and all of a sudden astrophysics for space, which we've never been to, is calculations and it's all of these just weird all this stuff that it's just we're not supposed to understand it. It's supposed to be left to the experts, but we actually went there and all this space bullshit. But for human history, our ancestors, the stars were a big fucking deal. Big deal. Like they were a big deal. Yet, all of a sudden now, modern science has told us the blah. And modern science. And so what people have done is they now believe the lies about that were taught about modern science, and that God's not real. And think about the spiritual negative energy they get from that. Think about the spiritual power. The veil of deception becomes stronger and stronger and stronger. So it's and I know a lot of people say the thing that most from 17 that they got, well, before my thread, obviously. I'm just saying, before my thread. I know a lot of folks who have said that it was like they got closer to God. And maybe it wasn't even like the your grew up Catholic and started going back to church. Maybe not even that. Maybe just an understanding that there is that we're all here united for something. That there is a God, and that it is a spiritual battle going on. And I think a lot of people really started to understand that, and that matters. That I've always wondered, man. I was like, what the fuck happened? I've said it on the show before. Like, what happened after 9/11, where it's just like everything went into overdrive? Well, they figured out how to fucking harvest our sadness after 9/11. And that's when, I mean, think about it. After, shit, I'm an 80s baby, and I went to church every Sunday, and, the family dinners were important, and, whatever. It was a good thing. Yeah, man, I can't, that's just the way my mind works. I've been given gifts, and I think my journey is to share my gifts with y'all. And I'm not saying I'm right. I say it a lot, but I just, it for some reason things just have been coming to me lately, and I don't know, maybe my purpose was to be able to build up trust to the 50 people watching this and however many people watch it later or whatever, build up trust to y'all so that y'all know I'm not fucking a crackpot. Y'all know I've said it 1,000 times. I'm not an authority. I'm not a fucking expert. I'm not. I am just a truth teller that has suffered and suffered righteously for it. And I have. And y'all all have. There's a reason I love the red pill stories, because that's where it's really important. I've known it, Janet. I've known it from day one. I've known it, Kitty. Like, the reason the red pill stories are most important to me is because, like, holy shit, it's not D class, it's not fucking FISA-gate, it's not any of that shit. Or it is winning the war on the ground, and it is all that stuff. But the most important thing for us is to understand this power that we have. And that's kind of how my path has been. And things just happen to get me along the way. Things have happened to where I understand what the enemy is trying to do to me. I've met certain folks who have just caused me to think a different way. I have a calmness about me to where I don't get worked up by things that I see. I like the and And so it happened. I think it happened for a reason. My birthday's November 3rd. I don't, things just happen. I don't know, but I mean, how did I figure out that 17 track thing if I wasn't supposed to? Like how, um, on one day when the time is right, I'll tell the story of my friend and 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 frankly how she found me was just it's not a coincidence. It's not. It's things. Maybe it was all available to us before. We just didn't see it. But I genuinely think it's because we're in a special moment in time, and we're in a special moment in time right now. And like it will be biblical, is legit, is real. And and again, I'm gonna try not to be like Mr. Big Picture guy the entire time, but I legitimately think the big picture is this important. So like by me talking about whatever the fucking 25th Amendment, the controversy du jour, I almost feel like I'm like, is that really, but again, I walk a fine line. Thank you, man. I appreciate you. I'm just speaking the truth. I'm just being honest. Like, and there's power in truth, guys. There's power in truth. Like it's like they can't shut me up. I don't think I mean, I would say knock on wood, but again, I gotta say you gotta know. Like, but I'm not gonna say. I'm gonna try not to say something that I might have a little bit of hesitation to say because from now on, it's only knowing. If you know, once you know, we can make it happen. I don't want to say we manage or kind of conjure, manifest or conjure up, or because those words almost seem like magic with a K and all that horse shit. I just want to let y'all know that like we are the light. There's a reason Christ is the light. There's a reason. There's a reason. Maybe the Bible is cyclical. Maybe listen to this. I fucking think about this. So everybody talks about the pyramids, right? The pyramids. And the pyramids are, that was some, we've been equated. We've been conditioned to equate the pyramids with like let's say like 3,000 to 4,000 BC, right? That's what we kind of equate the pyramids with in the pyramids of Gaza. Even though and I'll have Michael explain about this as something that he there's things about the pyramids that show that maybe it was the timing's off, right? But are you hammered? No, I'm just high on life, man. I'm just high on. You try explaining the secrets of the universe to people. It just sometimes you just get excited, man. It's an energy, man. It's just an energy, like and it's just an energy. Did you ask if I'm? What did you ask if I'm high? Hammered? No, I'm not hammered. I'm not hammered. So let's say the pyramids. Thank you, the pyramids. Let's say the pyramids. And I'm sure a lot of us know about how they're the angles, right? The angle they line up perfectly. Is what we're told, right? Is what we're told. Um, they line up perfectly with the angles and 90 degrees and whatever. And they seem like there was something, did aliens help the ancient Egyptians build them? Did aliens and all this stuff? What if, what if the pyramids were actually like, I don't know how old they're built or whatever, but what if they were wiped out? Like, what if the Sahara Desert wasn't a huge, massive desert? Which kind of makes sense. How does the cradle of civilization thrive so much in a desert? That doesn't seem. I mean, people would die trying to traverse it. I don't know. So maybe they during these one of these times during one of these solar minimums, once the knowledge they wiped out everything, but they changed. What is up with Bar? That's that's funny. That's funny. Um, um, so what if they changed everything? Like we talked about the Library of Alexandria in Egypt and how um like the Mongols wiped out all the Middle East and stuff. But what if they left the pyramids there as a fuck you to the rest of us in history? When like to get and to say, haha, hey dummies, this knowledge, which is like the basis of it, is available to all of you. Easy, so easy. But we're gonna make you think that it's from a different date, and we're going to equate the ancient world. Like, how arrogant is it of us to think that we're just because we have fucking iPhones and shit that we're more advanced or smarter or whatever than the ancient and then how I don't know how old the world is. I don't care. But I just think it's a tremendous arrogance to think that we somehow knew more, know more, and when we don't experience things together. You know, man, shit, man. Like when you look at the extermination of the Tartars, like they were wiped out, and then after the Soviets took over, like there's the final death knell of the Tartar people. What if the Tartar people were like a peaceful people who lived and like who genuinely loved, and that was that culture, and Christ is truth, Christ is love. They were like a Christian folk, and they had, you know, they had they had happiness. They manifested paradise, but they didn't know about the upcoming solar minimum or whatever. And then the fucking bad guys just did some fucked up shit to them. And that's exactly what I think they're planning to do to us. I think this is going to be the big one. I think that's the mission. That's the whole plan. That's the save the world plan. But this light, man, this light's crazy. They had ships with heated floors. Sure, they had. I mean, shit, man. How do we know they didn't have that teleportation shit? How do we know that? We don't. I mean, if the whole goal of the bad of the people who hid the knowledge, the Vatican fucking vault, and all the real, all that shit. If their whole goal was to hide the truth from normal people, which is that we are like when we were made in the image of God. That's literal. Like we're like together we are like we can literally do and make amazing things together. And if their whole point is to hide that so that we believe lie after lie after lie after lie to get to this exact point, what I mean aren't like people who are lost, don't they just believe more lies than they've ever believed before? Like don't we all like, how the fuck can they even believe this? You say Trump in this light is crazy. I mean, I haven't been touching it. Well, I did move it, so maybe that's it. I moved it. I don't want to say it's the divine at this point. It's going to be an interesting one to go and rewatch because I have noticed like light flares. But if the goal is to get us to believe more and more of their lies, wouldn't they do everything they could? Keeps doing it. Yeah. Well, I know it's. Yeah. I mean, I don't want to touch anything. It's because I'm speaking truth. Like, wow. That's not intentional, guys. I'm not doing this intentionally. Okay, I don't know. I mean, maybe it's my old iPhone 8 and the motion. Okay, guys, you wanna? Oh, look, it's gonna dim. It's gonna get dark now because I said maybe, and I didn't know what it really is. And what it is I'm speaking the truth to y'all. I'm speaking the truth to y'all, and we're gonna change the fucking world, literally for the better. Ah, yeah, that's right. Jesus is truth. Christ is truth and love. And I'm doing it out of love, baby. I'm doing it righteously, baby. Don't be spooky. Don't stop. I mean, Kitty, I seriously think we're in a magical time. This is wild. It's never, guys, y'all know I did not do this. Like, I didn't plan this. This is wild. Kind of freak. I got a little bit nervous too. Now yellowish. Well, that's okay. It's still fucking light, right? Okay. Should we take calls? Now. Okay, so maybe it has something to do with that. No, I think it's just because I was talking about the real truth, which is that everything might be a lie, and that they've done it to harvest. They've done it because they get energy off of a lie, off of us believing their lies, and the more they do it, the more powerful their evil spells become. But think of like even in the greatest thing about the greatest building you've ever been in, whatever, like a huge gymnasium, huge auditorium, one little candle uncovered is light, and that light will spread. Like it might not get rid of all the darkness, but the darkness cannot conquer light. You understand? It cannot conquer it. You can never get more dark in order to extinguish a light, a candle burning, you know, a truth burn, a truth teller, talking light. You cannot get more You cannot put that out. No amount of darkness can put that out. And that's what we are. We are all beacons of light. And together, I'm a candle. And you're 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 a candle. And eventually, those candles become fucking big old mag lights. And then the mag lights become those big old spotlights. And then we got just... And then eventually, we become... I mean... Soon it's bright enough so that you can see it everywhere, right? It's just that's the way it is. Yeah, I'm not putting filter on. So, anyways, the Secret Histories. I know. Maybe it's the hat. I don't know. That's weird. It's not weird, frankly, but I don't want to be like, oh no, but it's because I'm speaking the truth to y'all, and it's because I'm speaking the truth to y'all, and this is true. This is true. This is how we win. This is how we win. Not by waiting for Trump to declassify something. Not by waiting on arrests. Fuck arrests. Like the arrest. I'm now thinking this is Zados. I don't know if we recorded that or one of Zados's ideas is that what Trump might do is maybe Nasara Jasara, maybe you forgive everybody's loans and debts in order to make people happy so that when the time comes that they were going to fucking manifest their demon, maybe the vibe is higher. People are happier. And so, like, I don't know. So, because it's going to be tough to get people to just believe everything. Freaking. Yeah, I just got welcome to the broadcast. Been here a bit now. Hey, Grumpy, how you doing? Arrest. Fuck arrest. Don't worry about arrest. Don't worry about arrest. Like worry. Just know that just keep speaking the truth. Arrest will come when they're supposed to. Arrests have a purpose. All right. Arrests aren't for us. Arrests aren't for advanced placement. They're not to wake us up. Right. We're awake. We're already doing our part. Arrests are going to be to shake the normies so hard, hopefully, that they have to come to the realization that they'll finally be shaken out of their veil of deception, because it's going to come at a time when our minds, our spirits are most together, right? There is a time. There is a time during all of this, the next age, the solar minimum, all of this stuff. There is a time when the energy is the most powerful, right? And I wouldn't be surprised if it's March 22nd of next year. I don't know, but there's a reason they do 322. It has something to do with this, and that's like the one thing I haven't figured out of their entire fucking plan. And I'll get it; it'll come to me. But it might be the date they were going to try to conjure whatever the fuck they're going to do from CERN, out of their portal left from hell. But let me tell you, because we know it, because we know that what's what they're doing, CERN's not going to turn on. That's my point. Is that the more we speak the truth righteously, the darkness is just pushed away. You know what I'm saying at the bottom? It welcomed me. Been here an hour. Oh, I know you have, buddy. I know. Whoosh, whoosh. Good to see you here. Good to see you. Good to see you. Isn't it strange? Okay, isn't it strange how lighting has always been my issue? Like on advanced placement when I do the Periscope live streams, isn't it strange? It's always the lighting somehow. Can't get it right. Maybe it's just because maybe things are being weird. It's not being weird, dude. We're in a magical. Yes, it's weird because. Well, go back and watch the beginning of this show. We're in a magical time period, man. I miss the lights around my door. I don't. Those are bad. I don't need them. I only had those one day. But isn't it kind of strange that lighting has always been? I've always talked about lighting. Lighting's always been a big thing. And then, literally, I don't know. Maybe the lighting was bad because I don't know. Maybe it's because we've been on the path for truth. So, and again, it's weird. It's weird for me to be like this, And this is coming from a guy who would never put his face on the internet until fucking June, y'all. Now I'm up here saying guys, now I'm up here saying this thing. Tonight is over the top, though. Well, tonight's been strange because, tonight's over the top because I've never told this much truth before. We've always been kind of We've always been kind of getting there, getting there. You're going to get so bright you won't need a light. We all are. Katara, we all are. Like, guys, I'm telling you, in your own life, you just know that things are going to be better in your own life. No, if you have just you'll know how to do it. You'll understand how to do it yourself. It's weird to like ask things for yourself, but just know it. Hasn't been glitchy. It won't get glitchy. It won't get glitchy. Like I know that. Like there's they can't stop me. They can't fucking stop me. The enemy cannot stop me. Okay, I ain't gonna move it. So if it gets weird again, whoop. And I don't think it's just because I was wearing this hat, but I don't know. See, okay, so I'll chalk this up. Maybe this is because of I just moved it, and it's reducing whatever the glare, all that. Okay, so now it's going down a little bit. Let's turn the light down. Turn the light down. All right, here I am. Maybe it won't happen. Okay, it's happening again. Whatever, man. Fuck it. I mean, what do you? Don't talk about Gates then it won't glitch. I'm not worried about Bill Gates. I'm so not worried about Bill Gates. but that's I'm glad you brought that up. Bill Gates, like the fact that his Instagram feed, he had to make his Instagram comments private. That helped. That mattered. You know what I mean? That mattered. Kitty, I'm just telling you about how the whole time, don't let them get to you, and the first thing you say is "fuck Gates." Like he's done. Hey, guys, these people are nothing. They're irrelevant. We are everything. And I'm not going to do this because I know it's more fun than the conspiracy detective stuff, but I don't want to hear any of the fucking globalists or any of the NWOs. I don't want us to get emotional about them. We can mock them and whatever, but like I don't want to get them. Like these people have no control, no control, no control, zero, none, and none. And it's not because of. It's because I know it. It's because their plans. Once you know their plans aren't going to be effective. And it's not, frankly, like yes, Trump is, Trump is the guy, but it's also it's us. Like we make things, we make it happen. Really, I don't know, yeah, and it's just it is what it is. So like it's a magical time. It's a magical time, and so I promise, but I can promise you, I'm not going to be preachy. I'm not going to be, but if I see, frankly, if I see something, if my gut, my intuition, my discernment tells me something, I think it's my duty to tell y'all because I think I have a whole. We've already won. It's over, Tara. It's over. It's over. Now we just gotta. Now is just waking up the normies and gently. And because we're having this conversation, it's going to be easier to wake up the normies. Saying that shit is not letting it go. Oh, it's okay. I'm not giving you shit. It's just understand like Bill Gates' whole thing is like, oh, I can't believe that guy wanted to put a vaccine in me, and see, Chuck even got mad. Chuck even jumped. Getting him when he's powerless, getting him to get you worked up is giving that fucking nerd the little bit of like of your energy that he needs. But your Kenny, the fact that you've been here this whole time and you understand things, you are a million times more powerful than him. I'm serious. Like it's not even close. Be like and because I'm not telling you to go troll people, but because everybody knows Michelle Obama has a dick, like she can't talk right. Because everybody knows Barry's a fucking traitor and all this stuff, can't talk right. It's giving your power away, right? Exactly. It's giving them, it's letting them work you up. Like a lot of these viral videos that just appear. Like I'm just like the ones. There's so much division on them, and I'm like, why are we? What are we doing? Like, what are we doing? Like I stop. I mean, God bless them, but I just don't. I don't need to see it because as much like the part of their weapon that that we didn't realize, part of their weapon is harnessing our energy and getting our attention and getting us angry, right? Getting us angry of what's happening. um and that's not to say like I don't want people to think that like, oh well, like I want to know what's going on. I want to know what's first off, the media's gonna lie to you. I want to know what's going on in Kenosha or whatever, and so I have to watch the viral videos and stuff. I'm not saying that. I'm saying letting them. It's the same thing with masks, man. It's letting them, when you exert emotion on a lie. Remember, that's a lie. All that Antifa bullshit is a lie. So when you exert energy on a lie, it helps them. But I mean, again, I'm not trying to lecture you, but I'm just this is something I've come to discover. This is what I know. So, and I think this is why I've always been so. Like in advanced placement, didn't want to talk about masks. In advanced placement, we don't want to talk about, whatever the thing du jour is. We want to get to the bottom of this shit. We want to figure out our enemy's movements because, frankly, once you get there, you're fucking an idea. Get it right. Yeah, yeah. And then once you know what the enemy's doing, he has no power over you. You're free. You're free. Literally, you're free. And when you're free, anything's possible. Like in this period, guys, and fucking, I would not have been saying this a year ago. In this period of time, in this special, magical, wonderful period of time where we flip the narrative, us being open and honest about what we believe is truth and talking about it righteously and out of love will make it easier for the normies to wake up. It'll make it easier for that little voice inside people's head to click Trump instead of Biden when they're in that voting booth. I'm telling you, it changes. It's going to change things. So now, hopefully, I'm always kind of able to explain a little bit better what's happened to me over the past couple of weeks. Where I think I am now, what I think my purpose in this little mission is. Maybe frankly why so many of y'all are drawn to me is because we're meant to hear it. And it's all love, baby. Yeah, man. So, what time is it? I think I'm gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Oh, it's almost midnight. What time did I go on? I'm on a little bit after 9. Almost two. Wow, 2 hours. Was that really 2.5 hours? Have I really been talking 2.5 hours? Wow. Somebody tell me I was rambling. Shit. Anyway, all right, it's getting late. So, hey, Brian, shut the fuck up. I'm teasing. Don't get blocked now. Do not get blocked. Seriously. Because you're going to want to be around for this ride. I will do more. I want to do more. I enjoy it. I enjoy touching, not like Biden, but I think that I have this purpose. Guys, I hate to do it. Please understand, I'm putting out a Patreon. I've spent way, way too much time on I'm putting out a Patreon. Any support that y'all have would be greatly appreciated. I do want to get a better setup so that I could stream and we could have a better system. But for tonight, I had to take it old school with here. I hope y'all consider donating it. It makes me cringe to do it, but I'm trying to. I don't even know what my special perks are going to be. Maybe I'll do like a chat for only Patreons or something, or maybe I'll make up like an email address where like, yo, if you're a Patreon, you got a question or something, give me a call and I'll try to do it personally to let them know. But I do think I think that's. Again, this is a purpose. I think everything has been purposeful for me. But I'm gonna need y'all's help. So that's that. I hate asking. I hate doing it. But hey, you know what? It is what it is. I will, baby. I will. I'll get it out soon. I've got my 2 conversations thus far with Zados are going to be going up soon. The first one, I'll try to put them out. I might, it's kind of late tonight, but look for them in the next couple of days because I wanted to stay fresh on this video, just because y'all can kind of see how the first one will be interesting. Because after those who have listened tonight, my first video is really when any of these ideas first started. That we have this power too. Talking to Zados was the first time it ever clicked with me, and it also happened to be the first night or the night that we all heard, or a lot of us in the chat heard fireworks going on. The fireworks going off in different parts of the country: South Carolina, Manhattan, New York, Memphis, Tennessee, other places, and that confirmed me that there was an operation going on. So that's kind of maybe it happened for a reason. I don't know. Anything you can get on YouTube? Okay, good deal. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'll try to put this on YouTube as well. But saving Periscopes is a pain in the ass. But anyway, I'm not going anywhere. Don't worry. I appreciate the hell out of y'all. This is has been a wonderful journey we're on together, and I think that we're all here for a reason. Um, and I think that reason is a good thing. And I think we are together, united and focused, and we're a fucking weapon. And I love it. I love it. I love it. I love that a hick like me from Memphis, Tennessee, is able to do so much damage to the enemy. I love it. I love it. I do it righteously. Like I do it for everybody. I love it. And it's a fun thing to be a part of. And anybody has any questions, anybody wants to dig deeper into this with me, I absolutely am. Excuse me. I'm going to talk to you, and that's kind of what I think I'm supposed to do here is to just kind of help people grasp this, get it out there, and then once y'all see it for yourselves, once y'all know and you do it for yourselves, then it's it'll be like how they talked about their fake virus spreading. The truth is the real super spreader. You know what I mean? So just y'all will see y'all will see because it is true and it is this time. Um, and the lights are wild. This is really wild. Anyway, I love you guys. Thank you for being here. Thank you for everybody who's been on this journey with me. Thank you for all the support. Thank you for all the prayers. I know a lot of folks tell me they're praying for me, in a good way, to God, not that other prayer, which I'm sure some people are doing too. The evil prayer, but they ain't got shit on me. I am a that they can't touch me. I love you too, Tina. Thank you, everybody. Um, thank you. Believe me, because as much as if y'all enjoy this, it's both ways because it gives me a chance to work through everything, and I think I was supposed to work all this out for a reason. I really do. And so I appreciate all y'all, and I will see everybody tomorrow soon. Streaming again soon. Love you. Spread the love. Good vibes, and yeah, love you guys. So kisses, salutes, and good night. Bye, y'all.